The Power Agency is built for those who move like predators, decide like weapons, and execute like their life depends on it. For the end.
Welcome to Paranormal Heart Podcast with host Kat Ward.
The night has come, it's cold and losing my control. Your light is gone, and lonely darkness fill my soul. I wish that you could save me from my isolation. It's way too complicated. Let's stop this conversation. Stop this conversation. We got no relation.
Welcome to Negotiating Happiness, the show that helps you find happiness, success, and balance in your work and life. I'm Adriana Fiestra, your host for this journey into entrepreneurship and personal growth. We're broadcasting live on 107.7 and 105.3 FM in New Orleans as part of the United Public Radio Network. We explore the latest strategies, insights, and stories from successful entrepreneurs and experts. From managing stress,
Tune in to UFO Undercover, Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern, with your host, Joe Montaldo, right here on the Paranormal Radio Network.
Oh, everyone, welcome to the chat. How are y'all doing today? I hope everyone's doing great. Everyone's having a great evening, great morning, great afternoon. Out there having some fun. It's again Saturday, unless you happen to be in Australia, and then Sunday. But either way, it's the weekend. It's the world is on weekend. Yes, well, the whole 8 billion of us are out on the weekend. Yeah, some of y'all got to work. It sucks. I know I used to have to work weekends too sometimes, but it sucks. But still, the rest of us are on the weekend. I mean, technically, Jay and I are working right now. So, I mean, yeah, get out there. Yeah, I know. I had deferred a bunch of questions from Arthur's Quill earlier. Told y'all to come over here and ask me. Yeah, because those aren't appropriate subject matters for Arthur's Quill. Arthur's Quill is a very blinded show. It has blinders on, really. It's authors and illustrators. Maybe I might dabble around with some other stuff, but not really much. I might mention politics, but nothing I'm going to get into. That's this show and news on the flip side. So UFO Undercover is the same way. Audiences are funny things. They're fickle. And I don't want to offend half of my audience talking about politics that most of them don't want to hear about anyway. Now you want to hear about them Friday night. Oh man, look, come join us on Friday night. You'll hear some politics. Jay curses like a sailor, man. I'm glad I brought that up because this coming Friday is Halloween. It'll be the last time we're gonna have to crack down on ourselves because we're getting picked up by a legacy network. We see NBC carries us on one of their podcast things, but they're gonna syndicate news on the flip side. So
cool.
Well, actually, Jesse, one of the nice things about getting syndicated by them is when we reach on their audience, not our audience, because our audience is between 3 and 5 million. But when we break, I think it's 500,000 or 800,000 on their servers. They instantly they start paying you pretty good. It's 5 figures a month to start, and then you break like if we get the audience we have here, there. Oh no, that's 6 figures a month. Yeah. So, well, it may not be any money, but still, it depends. We have to change a few things, get a little more professional about some stuff, but it puts us in a unique position. Well, no, this show used to make money way back in the day when Stephanie and I first did it. The first 4 years it had it until her and I had a part in it. It did well for itself. It was syndicated all over the place, and then I retired it for a few years. Well, Stephanie was a hard act to fill. And in the beginning, even though we had a falling out, I didn't feel right. It was a show we developed together, and I didn't really feel right about just cutting her out like that. So anyway, that's on me, not on her. Well, she's deceased now, so that's one of the reasons I brought it back. Well, she's a good friend of mine. She used to be manager of the network before Michelle was. Yes,
I know her. I know.
Yes. And she. Oh no, what was that? Well, Michelle can be tough. Oh no, Michelle is much nicer than Stephanie was. Oh yes, Michelle will be. Well, but you know what? Let me put it this way: Michelle will be more. What word am I looking for? She'll be more. Anyway, Stephanie would just tell you, "Fuck you. You better do what I told you. You ain't gonna fucking be on the network anymore." Michelle will not handle it like this. Not the kind of person Michelle.
My way or the highway.
Michelle has more. She will handle it with a little more class. That's all. Stephanie was a New Yorker from Staten Island. She didn't play. And don't catch her when she was drinking. Oh God, we used to have fights. My wife used to laugh her ass off. She goes, "Because I guess it's your second wife, right?" Like, because we had fights, peel the fucking Davis paints off the wall, man, on both homes. Well, we had a vision for the network. Getting to there was gonna not be easy. But these days, life is different. So, Michelle is a great manager, and I do far less worrying with her at the helm than I did with Michelle. I mean, with Stephanie at the helm. And who was my first manager? My very first manager was me. And then another friend of mine, actually a fellow iCard director of mine, used to be the very first manager. And he did a pretty good job. And then he got married and had 5 kids. So
yeah, that's harder to manage.
No, really. No, I fired him. No, I fired him because his wife had 5 kids. He was doing it. He wasn't having no problems with running the station. It's just, I would tell y'all his name, but none of y'all would know who he is. He did a good job for me, but he needed to be paying attention to his kids. And I was friends with both of them, him and his wife. So she'd write to me, "Joe, come on." So it ain't me, it's him. I said, I told him all the time, take off, go do something. Because I mean, now I'll tell y'all this, life is easier on the station today because it can pretty much run itself as far as the technology goes. Back in the day, it was way more complicated than it is right now. Before we went podcast, when we were full FM and a couple other things. So in order to do a show, you had to use phones. You had to call somebody on the phone. You remember those things that used to be plugged in your wall at your house? Well, you Z-Jetters probably never seen one before, but everybody else should know what a plug-in phone is.
Yes.
You'd have to do like that. So I still got the hybrid box. It's in some closet here. So you plug the phone line into the box, and then you plug the box into the computer. And it would allow you to bring in like 2 hosts and 2 guests, and that was it. But we couldn't do it that way because we needed to have a call-in part so somebody could call in. So, we'd only ever use 2 of the lines, just the way the other 2 pieces, weren't even lines, it's hard to explain. But and then all of that had to be put through preamps, and it wasn't those little mini jacks you were using, it was those full jacks you were using, 3 1/4, whatever the hell they call them. And those things can be a real pain in the ass because any little thing can make them go, I was so happy when Skype came along. I thought I was in heaven. And StreamYard makes Skype look like some antiquated shit from the dinosaur years.
Yeah, it does.
So, yeah, it's just so much easier to use.
Have it.
It's, I'm just saying, it's just so much easier to use. Let me put a comment on it so I can see everybody. Hey, Mish, hey, Heidi, hey. Stone, are you stoned? Stone, are you stoned? Yeah, I had to say that. I got that one.
Yeah, you got 5 minutes to catch up because we're moving on real quick here.
Yeah, that's a lady from Dublin wrote in at the other show. Her name was Rose. She was talking about a UFO experience. I told her to come over here and tell us about it and what kind of alien probing's been going on lately. what the hell did I just do? Oh, sorry. I hit the wrong button, people. Damn. Chris Christopherson, what about him? Jesse, why don't you do this? Why don't you do this? So tomorrow sometime, write to me and say, Joe, why haven't you put fucking Power Talk on your fucking computer yet? Okay.
Oh yeah, we keep forgetting to do that too.
Just like that. The reason I said it like this because I want you to write it like that because it'll piss me off and I'll go install it. Because I keep forgetting about it. And I can't install it in the middle of the show because this computer has got a little hiccup. It's not quite a virus, but it's got a pop-up issue. And the pop-up's draining power. So yeah,
and Power Talk is way pop-up driven.
Yeah, and Power Talk pulls a lot of energy to start off with. So it's a great server. It's a great thing. I mean, I love Power Talk, but no, it's a great. We were on. Oh God. So, way all of this got started was on Yahoo Chat. I don't even know how many of y'all knew about Yahoo Chat. So, I was on AOL Chat because that was the thing then, and IRC Chat was MRIC. It was MRIC and IRC Chat, and then there was AOL Chat. So I was chatting on all of them. Now, all of them were text, which I hated to start off with because nobody was using voice yet. And then we found Yahoo, and Yahoo let you create a room and title it, and you had voice. Great. So that was great, man. We had many long, all kind of philosophical discussions about extraterrestrials, all sorts of things. And that's the place I met the guy who triggered me into creating the International Community Alien Research with all of my friends that we used to chat with back then. So a friend of mine had a room called the Cosmic Consciousness. We used to go hang out in there, but for some reason, the room title offended people. I don't know. It didn't offend me, but it bothered people for some reason. Yes, ICQ, man, with the little things. Anyway, but it just aggravated people. So, and Ariel's room, Ariel St. Sinclair's room, was it was aliens and something else. So one afternoon I was just sitting there and I typed in UFO alien phenomena, and the room just took off. And and didn't have admin controls or anything like that, but the room took off. And everybody was talking. It was crazy fun. We had great conversation. I remember one night, she's a good friend of mine now, but this is so long ago. We're all talking, right? And she said, well, I got to go. She'd been talking with all of us all afternoon. And, sometimes back then the conversations would, anyway. So she gets off, she leaves, or she thought she left, but she didn't. She had her mic still hot. I'm not even going to tell y'all what she did. It was the poor baby. She didn't want to speak to nobody for a long time. It was embarrassing. It was very, very embarrassing. It got even worse embarrassing when she started calling out people's names that she was chatting with earlier. And that, of course, the climax, of course, was the climax. It was well, anyway, it was very, I don't even know how to explain it. No, there was like, I think 72 people in the room that night. 72, 73, something like that. Yeah, it always puts a little display of how many people you're chatting with. And Power Talk does the same thing. But anyway, long story short, we needed a room of controls because all of a sudden you started getting these room raiders coming in from all around the world, especially in the Middle East, man. They would come in and do all kind of disruptive conversations, and there was no way to control them. When you got on the mic, once you got on the mic, you had to either wait for them to drop it or just keep hitting yours and hope that somewhere along the line it grabs it. And sometimes it works, sometimes it didn't. But we found Power Talk, and Power Talk has room controls. You create your own room. You have admin controls. You can control who talks
from chat room.
That's right. You can put a fucking block on them, leave them listen, but you can't say nothing back. Or you just kick them out. There's all kind of controls you can enter. You can use video in there. You can use audio in there. You can play stuff. It's kind of like StreamYard in a way, just different. It's a chat group, and there's a lot of places on chat, a lot of political chat on there too. I think it's number one stuff is porn, but that's what's probably everything on the planet.
Or pay-per-view, if you will.
Well, they have these rooms over there that are they're just people chatting, but half the people got their cams on while they're either doing things or they're naked, or both. Yeah, so no, it's adult only rooms. I mean, children aren't allowed. Well, some of them have what they call cam only rooms, so everybody has to be on cam. Well, that's to make sure there's no children in there. And you'll see sometimes in the headers it'll say things like, "If you look too young, you will be asked for an ID. If you don't show it, you're out." And I can understand somebody want to show their ID on the internet. Would you? I wouldn't want to give my ID up on the internet. Shit. But it was crazy like that. But there was also a lot of good UFO rooms there. Eventually, it dwindled down to just 2 UFO rooms because ours was really good. And then the universe and whatever it was were in the same category with us. And actually, we were friends with them, so it wasn't like we were competing. It was nice. It stayed there. It was UFO alien phenomena for a decade. We did research there. We had support groups running. It was a great thing. And then, but all of that led because of Ariel St. Sinclair and his fucking crazy ranting and ravings is what got me started on pushing the people to start a research group. And then we founded one 26 years ago. Well, it took 4 years to found it, Jack. It wasn't just an overnight thing. And how can I say this politely? No one did really good acronym search, so yeah, shit happens sometimes. We were rookies. What can I say? I never even thought about the acronym. International Community of Alien Research, ICAR. Yeah, well, ICAR is used for a lot of things. It's used for the car the car racing company. It's used for the agriculture Indian company. Another UFO agency uses it. Anyway, it's just one of them things, man. It's just one of those things. But anyway, it brought us to a point because of Ariel. I mean, he was crazy. He said he was one of the great grandsons of Jesus. And I said, "No, dude." I told him this in the room, and I said, "If you're descendant of Jesus, you're trying to tell me Jesus is as stupid as you are. We're a fucking world." I'm just saying, because this guy was just But he got in trouble for something. I think it was something that, he shouldn't have been doing on the internet. Just like what was his name? He lived in Colorado. He got in trouble for kiddie porn on his computer. Oh, I can't remember his name. I'll have to look it up. I interviewed him several times, and his wife. I just, for some reason, his name's not popping into my head. What is his name? He just got out of jail too a while back, but I don't think he can go on the internet. Oh hell! Well, it's gonna make me crazy now. The number one ufologist in the world. Now, who the hell is that? Giorgio Sukliov? I doubt that seriously.
The hair?
No. Gene, you took that the wrong way. I like Giorgio. I've met Giorgio. I partied with Giorgio actually at the 2012 End of the World conference he put on in New Orleans. I actually partied with him. We worked press there, and I could make his life live in hell. I'm just not that kind of guy. Oh, you'd be surprised the information I have on ufologists and paranormal people. People say and do things they shouldn't when they're drunk. And when I'm out, my phone stays on. The camera stays on. Video stays on. It's especially when I'm out with fellow ufologists and stuff like that. Actually, it's for several reasons, which we're not going to get into now. But and people say shit they shouldn't, or like just one really famous ufologist. I ain't going to mention his name. I walked up on him, and he's out on his couch with these two ladies. Well, we'll just call them what they were, skanky hoes. And let's just say the three of them were having fun and leave it at that. How's that? Yeah, so well, what UFO people get horny too? I mean, come on, people. It's you don't remember that the sons of look down. What? It's like those being bad. I better get out of here. Yes, I can interrupt you. You better watch out. Who's a communist? What the hell is this? Somebody's a communist. I know it's going to make me change my whole chain of thought now, but I thought back in the 40s there was laws against communists being in the government. Did we change that somewhere along the line?
I don't think there's anything specific that said there's nothing
Oh,
against.
no, that was because we were hunting them after World War II to get them out of our government. I actually remember that, but I
That's
don't.
the McCarthy era, so I don't know. But that a lot of that was a ghost hunt. I mean,
I love you, Stone. It's that's all I remember. I don't remember how they went about it. What? Oh no, it was communist, Glenda. Oh yeah, they were going after communists. They said it was communists trying to infiltrate our government. And,
yeah, Senator Joe McCarthy, I think of Boston, of Massachusetts, was like steadfast going after people. I mean, like,
yeah,
you
I
know,
mean they were
calling
taking
up
them down
public,
all over the
taking them
place.
to court, taking them to the Senate, and all kinds of hearings and shit going on.
Well, none of us were alive back then. I don't know, but it was crazy when I remember seeing
Yeah.
films about it and stuff like that. No, I don't know. I mean,
Yeah, look, if you don't believe it, look it up. It's called McCarthyism.
yeah. You know, Jack, it's hard to say, but yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna look it up in a few minutes and see. I was looking up something else first, but I'll look it up in a few minutes and see. But it's yeah, it's there was some act. I can't. I remember this, but it was so long ago. It's so a Communist Control Act of 1954. Wait. What is this? Wait a minute. I got to read this all together here. See, I knew there was something like this out there. What happened?
What does it say?
Oh, so I'm looking for. So this is the Communist Control Act of 1954, 68 stat dot 775/50 USCSS 841-844. Is an American law signed by President Dwight Eisenhower on August 24th, 1954, that outlawed the Communist Party USA, criminalized membership or support of the party. Wow.
Yeah.
Communist action or communist action organizations.
Yeah, but I don't think there are any communists running. There's a socialist running.
Oh no, he said he's a communist.
He did.
Yes, on more than one occasion too.
Well, then they should arrest him under that. Is that act still legal?
No, because because he's going to say he's a socialist communist. Whatever I guess that's what the USSR was.
What's the fucking difference? Who cares? It says
I don't know, but it's splitting. You know what hairs and
yeah.
But anyway, let's see where are we at here. This basic covenant vowed to overthrow the government of the United States. Yes, and see that's the thing. The communists did do that. So think about this, ladies and gentlemen. The Muslim, and by the way, Muslims aren't considered a religion; they're considered a nation, and their nation is out to destroy ours. And they have said that on many occasions. But yet we don't all outlaw them, but we do outlaw communism. Well, something is fucked up in our country.
That is kind of messed up.
Yes. No, you don't take my word for it. Yeah, you can say Muslims are religion, but it's not. It's a nation. And that's their own description of it, not mine. Oh, yes, you better go read up, chick. Yeah, I wouldn't argue with me. I've been doing this a long time. You'd be surprised what I know. You'd be surprised what I fucking forgot.
Yeah, Mish.
Let's see, where was I? Created during the period of Second Reg Scare, 46 to 54. The act was one of many bills drafted with the intention of protecting the American government from the threat of allegedly posed by international communists during the time. Some argue that the pursuit and subversion aimed even at peaceful means should be outlawed. Well, I don't think they went that far. Let's see. The undermine liberty and democracy. Yeah. Yeah, come on. Just get to the act already. So there were several things in here where they were trying to do to stop communism. Okay, and then they changed it. See, so the act made membership in the Communist Party a criminal act, and that all party members would be sanctioned with up to a $10,000 fine or imprisonment up to 5 years, or both. if they fail to register with the U.S. Attorney General as such. So if you're in the Communist Party, you have to register that you're in the Communist Party.
But is he running as an independent? What party is he running under?
A Democrat. He's running as a Democrat. But the Democrats on many occasions
found a loophole.
Well, you seen the poll we put out last night. What was it? 66% of because remember it made 108. 66% of Democrats prefer socialism over capitalism.
Well, yeah, that's correct, but that number was skewed to an impossible number, well above the margin of error. But they're also saying, regardless of what he is, whether he's a communist or a Democrat or a socialist Democrat or a socialist Republican, whatever you want to call this idiot, he's up 17 points in the race. He's going to win it inevitably.
Oh, he's not anymore.
Why not?
A couple of things happened, but I thought he was a shoo-in.
They were just talking about it just an hour or so ago.
Como yesterday. I don't know. They might have faulty data because Como yesterday put out an ad about the Twin Towers, and his numbers plummeted.
Really?
That he was celebrating the Twin Towers or something. I didn't see the. I don't know, but he put that out. Is that who he is? Because remember, he's not born from the U.S., and that's something else. Como reminded everybody he's not from the United States. He's from one of them countries where they kill gays, and that's another thing Como said yesterday or today. No, it was yesterday. He said, well, if he won't denounce a country, he's got dual citizenship. He said if he won't denounce the country that kills gays, he has no business running for any office in the United States. So I don't know. That all just came out in the last couple of days. So it's been kind of crazy because I thought the guy was a shoo-in.
Well, I don't see his television ad.
Yeah, because they went wild. Somebody in New York said they weren't even going to play it anymore, I guess is what they said. Yeah, it's, you know what? There might be a link to that on my Facebook page. I might have put it up there. I usually do. Let's see what that said. Yeah. I don't know why when you ask a question anymore, you got to get every answer but the one you're looking for. Oh, maybe I put that wrong. Maybe that'll help. Let's try it this way. Maybe that'll help out. Well, Gene, I don't know. So I just want to make sure. Socialism, communism.
I saw
coexist.
There's a video up there of him allegedly with a picture of an unindicted terrorist.
Well, no, this is his name on the side of a red airplane crashing into the 9/11 building. That's what
Can you put it up?
I don't have it unless it's on my Facebook page. I wasn't even on this computer when I seen him.
Okay. Let me look at your Facebook then.
I was on my phone, so usually I put them on my Facebook page, but I'm sorry, Jack. That gumbo tastes so good; it's hard to stay out of. Yeah, I'm moving it away, so I won't do that anymore. That's a bad habit. Well, you're not supposed to eat when you're on camera. No, I just asked a stupid thing. Can you serve in Congress if you're a communist? And it gives me every answer but the one I want. Yeah. Well, you can live in America and be a communist. I mean, there's a communist party in America. Yeah. Been for 100 years now, I think. It's just they can't. There's rules about what they can and can't do that can get them in trouble. They don't exactly have the same rights as we do. It's hard to explain. I would just go read the Communist Act. It'd probably make more sense to you that way. Janine, AI Atlas is what you're talking about, right? Yeah. We've been talking about it a lot, but
yeah, quite a bit. We didn't throw up the picture that we thought was underneath of it, though, which we never got to that part. But there's some weird new. If it's real data, it's strange.
I'm with you, Michael. I don't know why there's not more photos of it. It has supposedly passed by several different things. Well, the Mars rover seen it. One of the Mars surveyors seen it, which is one of the orbiters. We know the Chinese orbiter seen it. We know the Indian orbit seen it. But there's all kind of shit orbiting Mars. Mars is going to be like Earth in a few years at the rate we're sending stuff over there. Elon Musk is planning on sending 20,000 Starlinks over there pretty soon. He wants to have, he wants it to have internet.
Yeah, he's got to sterilize it first before he brings his, genetic prizes there.
He's, what Carol said, he's got an underground place where he's cloning himself.
And he already did that. Yeah, that's already been done.
He's cloning himself and his crazy goth ex-girlfriend. Well, he's got 14 kids. He's starting his own little military right there. We don't know what's on them fucking satellites, Tom. Oh yeah, we know they're great internet and they work great. Have you ever seen one? They're a little bigger than you think they are. Mm-hmm. Way to explain to me, they were just basically relays and boosters.
Big enough to carry what, 5,000 megahertz, argon laser?
Yep. And they have solar panels, so that's what I'm saying.
And they're autonomous too, aren't they?
Yeah, well,
to a degree.
They are and they aren't. I mean, they are to a degree. They can do certain things, but some things I think they still have to do from ground. Well, no, that's what we were saying. So 66% of Democrats say socialism is better.
And what was
I just want to know who's going to pay for the socialism.
42% are strong capitalists. It's 108. So if the variation factor of that is 8, then it's within the margin of error. But the margin of error was a lot bigger in the other 3 categories, like on the margin of 15, 10, and 20%.
Yeah. So well, no, the independents didn't add up to 100%. Neither did the Republicans. But these guys were 108 plus. I mean, I talk about this all the time. Liberals just can't help themselves. Whatever they do, whatever they touch, has to at least contain a lie.
Fucking cheat on it.
They just can't help it. I don't know when they went from the party of respect to the party of garbage. I couldn't even tell you. And
so frankly, maybe it was when they organized that little group that starts with K, ends with K, and has a middle K.
No. They got rid of. Well, they didn't actually get rid of the KKK, but it's what. Michael, no. The Democrats are responsible for the Ku Klux Klan. They're responsible for Jim Crow law. They voted against freeing the slaves with Lincoln. They also voted against the 13th, 14th, 15th, and 16th Amendments, which freed the slaves, gave them the right to vote, gave them all kind of rights.
Took the prohibition off of alcohol, all kind of stuff.
Yeah, did a lot of things. And Democrats voted against all of it. Yeah, and let's not forget who the slave owners were. What were they? What party were they? Let me think for a minute. Oh, fuck, they were Democrats. See, that's what's happening. The black population is having a revelation.
Let's understand the slave trade. Number one, the slaves were sold to European freighters, people and traders, people, European white people who had boats. They were sold to them by African leaders and village leaders. They were sold by their own people to the white people, who were then dropped off and sold at auction in America. And by the beginning of the Civil War, and this has been going on for 100 years before the Civil War happened, this slavery trade. By the time the Civil War begins, most of the southern states, who were the slave states, had already freed their slaves and made them tenant farmers. If you go back and read your history in high school and learn about the tenant farmers, and at the end of the war, and before the end of the war, actually, the rest of the 2 or 3 or 5 southern states freed the rest of their slaves, but the northern states didn't free their slaves until I think the last state was 1872, 7 years after the war. So tell me, was it about slavery? No, it was because the North was going to lose their textile fabrics and food.
Yeah, it was. Well,
It's always about money,
slavery didn't come
food,
in
and
until
agriculture.
Somewhere
Agricultural
along.
war.
I think it was the second year when Lincoln, or first, I don't know, but the war wasn't actually over slavery. He changed that, and he did it for a couple of reasons. And when he did it, it helped him immensely because it wasn't so much that the slaves instantly went to the North and got on their side, but it made France and France and England, or France and Spain, stop back in the South. Yeah, if they would start backing, we would be two countries today. if they would stay there and not drop their support, because France was bringing in ships and stuff, so they were going to make it an all-out war. But when they freed the slaves and it became about the slaves, then they dropped, they got out. No, that's a fact. And as far as the slaves going, so no white man went to Africa and captured slaves to bring them back. First off, that's first and foremost. You don't have to take my word. There are several black people out there, you can hear for yourself. Secondly, for the most part, there was two ways they went about selling them. The Zulu and them would cage them up and put them on beaches. Generally, the Arabs would come buy them up and take them and sell them out of the Middle East and send them to Europe. Yes. And then sometimes they would come over here, but that's generally how that worked, and had nothing to do with white people except for the white people bought them and used them over here.
Well, and the white people were in control of most of the world's stronger navies, so it was mostly white and Spanish who were the ones who took them from Africa or Europe to America.
Yeah, it was and then so it's just like the reparations thing. So first country to get rid of slaves.
Got it right. There's slavery still going on today, even as we speak. Black on black slavery is still occurring on the black continent.
There's still white people being sold in the Middle East. It's blonde white women are a big selling point in the Middle East, man.
Especially if they're pure.
Oh yeah, that's even more money. Oh yeah. But anyway, it's what was that great? No, it's just white people used them, yes, because it was cheap labor for them. No, it wasn't free labor, and slaves weren't quite what people thought they were, especially in the South. But depending on the slave owner, some slave owners treated them like a prized horse or a prized bull, which isn't much better, but they took good care of them, gave them what they wanted, bred them with lots of women or lots of men, whatever. Oh no, I'm serious. It's fact. It's but they didn't beat them or shackle them because they were useless to them. Yeah, a lot of that was from the movies. Yes. So if you bought a horse and you paid $50,000 for it, you're not going to go out there with a whip and whip the horse.
Yeah,
you're not going to do that. I mean, it's just that, and you don't want to break something because then it's useless to you.
Yeah? And there may have been, though, at times, one or two individual slaves targeted and beaten with a whip or branded with a hot irons in front of everyone else, just to show that there was, it's a serious thing. If you try to escape, this could happen to you. So, but they didn't go and mark up every single one of them. Then you'd lose all your profit. It's just like Joe says, if you're going to sell your cows, they're already going to have a branding mark. You're a branding mark on them. And in the old Wild West, in most cases, this is also a form of slavery. If I sold my cows to Joe, while we were making the trade, we would, as they're going from my yard to his yard, or his fence to his fence, my fence to his fence, as they went by, his guy would brand over top of my brand, his brand, as we made the transaction. So that's how things were done way back when. That's the only time you marked up, your product.
Yeah. Jess, I never. You mean aliens? Why did they just intervene? It's a good question.
They didn't part of their
World War II. Yeah. It's one of those things that they just didn't intervene in. They decided that it wasn't a good idea.
Almost everything what's happened on this planet, though, they've observed and witnessed, and they're what? Let's go with the reptilians. They're 100,000-year-old, million-year-old species, technologically speaking. they've been through what we've been through. They've seen our governments and the alien species on this planet, the Anunnaki and the reptilians, the human aliens and the reptilian aliens. Both of them gave us two separate types of religious and governmental ideals with which to govern ourselves and take control of everyone else, so the planet didn't turn into total shit. Well, too late. Didn't work.
It was crazy.
Yeah,
Jesse, slavery. There should not be slavery today. It's horrible to even think there is. It was horrible to think there was back then.
Well, there shouldn't be any hunger.
No, but anyway, the conversation got started.
We've got starving people in this country. We've got homeless people in this country that shouldn't. And a lot of the homeless people in this country are veterans, and they shouldn't be on the streets.
But no, we're going to talk a little bit more UFO stuff in a minute. But finish where we were. The reason this even got started was it was slaves were being traded all over. Everything was going on all over the place.
It was a huge business.
And then the British decided no more slaves. So the British ended their slave trade. And not only did they do that, they sent thousands of sailors out there to catch the pirates and the traders. More than 3,000 or 4,000 confirmed dead British sailors for sure, fighting slavers. So when you talk about reparations, there's two things I got to ask to everybody who talks about reparations. One, are we going to give reparations to those families of those white men who went out there to save those black men? And are we going to give reparations to all the men who died not on the Confederate side?
Yeah, and are all white people going to have to give reparations? What if you can prove?
It's not even that. All I'm interested in is the people who fought in the Civil War on the North. Are their families going to get reparations? And are these slaves going to get reparations? I mean, these people died to free people, so why aren't they getting reparations?
Well, there's that, but I mean, unless you can prove that someone's family owned and raised slaves, that person shouldn't pay. If I didn't have a slave in my history, why should I give reparations? I don't understand it.
Well, and
how's
some
my
black people
fault? Our family wasn't even a part of it.
And some black families would have to pay reparations if that's the way it's going to work, because there were blacks that owned slaves.
So. Yeah.
Oh hell, what's her name? What's the girl in the View? Sonny Houston. Her family owned slaves. Got kicked in it, and she got herself kicked in the balls talking about this, that, and the other thing about reparations, and then someone busted her and said she had her ancestry done and found out her family owned slaves.
Oh. Did you hear the other night? Someone got a hold of their the View's their wardrobe restrictions. None of them are allowed to wear skirts on the View. Does anyone know why?
God, I hope not.
Their balls won't show.
That'd be more scary to see something like some evil bat thing looking back at you.
We're coming up on a break time.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to pull up a song. I was just what, Christopher, what are you talking about? Oh wait, we got to play this. 11 minutes. Oh, that's pretty long. I don't know. We'll see. We ain't gonna be able to let it go that long, but is that the one I'm thinking it is? Let's see. Whoops. Wait. What the hell? Damn it.
What? Fat Finger Tuesday?
I hit some. Hopefully I'm on the wrong one. Let's see. Oh, shut up, you skit. Oh, something I seen that was funny as hell was Cory Booker screaming about.
Oh, yeah, you put that on your Facebook. Oh, that was funny. I was like, boom.
Yeah, I don't have a.
What was that all about? I'm not a king. I almost wrote, shut up, you crybaby. We can't tell you guys y'all look alike to us.
I mean, that was too much. I was like, get out of here. He's losing. He's melting down.
He's losing his mind.
Now, remind me, we got a clip. I don't know if we're going to play it now because it's a little long, but there's a Bill Maher, Stephen A. Smith basically destroying the Democratic Party. I mean, they're just mashing them down into nothing. No, it's if I play too many of California Dreaming things, it gets stuck in my head, and then my brain's just replaying California Dreaming, which makes me crazy.
What I was saying in the beginning of the song, as it was a little too loud, was doesn't the singer look like the look like JD Vance?
Oh yeah, he kind of does actually.
Yeah, doesn't he?
It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
I feel we get we get no, we get a lot of things sent to us. Jack, I mean, and Cindy, we get a lot of things sent to us. Well, there's a lot of music out there. Oh, see, it said California Dreamer. It damn popped up in my head. Yeah. What do you mean? What are we doing for Halloween? Well, I'm not. Me and Jay haven't decided if we're going to be here or not. But there is a Halloween party, and I know Jeffrey's off, so I know the Halloween party is going to be at least 4 hours. If we take off, it might be longer. Maybe we might just join them. Hey, sounds good to me. The girls are crazy, man. Yeah, they're crazy. Okay, we're gonna see.
It is also one of the few nights we're allowed to drink on the network too.
Yeah, it is. Yes, New Year's and Halloween, we get to drink our little butts off. What's that? What are you talking about, Mike? We don't do stuff like that around here, man. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm pleading the fifth, man. No, I'm pleading the fifth, man. We're not, whatever that was, we ain't going there. No, I'm pleading the fifth. It's what are you talking about? Cory Booker, was he a House rep or is he a senator? I don't remember. I think he's a House rep, but I'd have to be honest with you, I'd have to go look him up to be 100% truthful. Yeah, but anyway, we got to go take a break. We'll be back after the break. This is going to be about 3 minutes. There'll be some promos, and then we'll be back. Donald Trump barber quartet. What are you talking about? Donald Trump, the barbershop quartet. I've never seen it. Maybe I'll look for it later on. Oh, and somebody sent me the one, fake news when he's the baby, but I haven't played it yet. Yeah, no, I haven't. I'd be lying to you if I said I had. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We get sent all kind of stuff, and it gets piled up, and I got to go hunt it up. But some of it's pretty good, though. There's been some funny shit people have sent us over the last couple of months, man. I gotta say,
well, those guys that do the Star Trek.
Those are hilarious. Yeah.
All that stuff is hilarious. They must have too much time on their hands.
Oh, I know. I'm wondering if they're making some decent money on it now.
Well, I hope so. They have a whole bunch of them. They got Star Trek.
I wonder if they can make money on there since they're using the name. Well, they had to get permission to use Star Trek, or Google, or somebody would already kick their asses off.
AI, I don't know. I don't think there's any legislation on that yet.
They're actually, Jack. Actually, Jay's right. They're arguing about is AI because AI samples everybody's work to create something. So all the artists now are saying it's they want a suit. So we'll see where it ends up going. But by that time, AI will have sampled everything.
Yeah, it's a whole new. I mean, a whole new ballgame.
Anyway, we're gonna put this on. We got, like I said, we got some promos. We'll come back. We'll be back in a little bit, and probably 6-7 minutes we'll be back. And then we got other stuff we're going to talk about. We still got some UFO stuff we want to talk about. And I don't know what's on this one. This is a short one, so no telling. It's probably something stupid. Anyway, guys and girls, we'll be right back. Dun, 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 dun.
On healthcare.
During the fight over the government shutdown, something beautiful happened. A special moment where Trump even used his X account to show the world this.
Look, guys, there's no way to sugarcoat it. Nobody likes Democrats anymore. We have no voters left because of all of our woke trans bullshit. Not even black people want to vote for us anymore. Even Latinos hate us. So we need new voters. And if we give all these illegal aliens free health, we might be able to get them on our side so they can vote for us. They can't even speak English, so they won't realize we're just a bunch of woke pieces of shit, at least for a while until they learn English and they realize they hate us too.
The Democrats, like angry librarians, responded exactly how you'd think they would.
Yesterday, the president posted an offensive deepfake AI video of Leader Jeffries and me.
Notice how he used the word
with sombreros, fake music, impersonating my voice through AI. It wasn't me.
Wait. That wasn't you? Really, Chuck? That looks and sounds a lot like you.
This is Trump AI attack. It's a video. I'm not going to play the whole video because we don't find it meets our standards or is newsworthy.
There's some breaking news here. MSNBC has standards. It's kind of incredible if you take 3 seconds to think about the insane shit they broadcast.
It's basically this ridiculous, hateful, kind of bigoted, doctored image. In the video, he has the politicians saying things they don't really say. So we're the news. We're not going to tell you what it is because it's false. we have that standard.
It's hard to believe they can actually be that stupid, but it's possible. You have to assume this is extreme gaslighting at work here. The most concerning part of this is people watch this slop and believe it.
It's a disgusting video, and we're going to continue to make clear bigotry will get you nowhere. We are fighting to protect the health care of the American people in the face of an unprecedented Republican assault.
What does that shameful man do? After a meeting where you're supposed to be working out details, where you're supposed to be negotiating a deal, you post something that draws a sombrero and a mustache?
Oh no, not a sombrero. No good troll could just let that one slip away.
Mustache is the last
I don't
straw,
know.
man.
For all the hate AI gets, I think we've found the perfect way to use it.
I am not even Mexican. I don't know why President Trump keeps saying that shit. He needs to say it to my face, Holmes. And while we're at it, I'm getting really tired of all that dollar store Obama shit. It's getting old, homie. My name is not Dollar Store Obama. Okay, pendejo? Órale! Arriba! Arriba!
Have you heard them ever talk so much about a sombrero?
Yeah, it's been a subject and really overused subject all day up here today. So, yeah, who knew, right? That you could get this kind of content and get this kind of vibe going about it. Yeah.
And after all that was over, Trump posted photos of the Trump 2028 hats he gave to Hakeem Jeffries and Chuck Schumer. Reportedly, he also showed them his wall of president photos where Joe Biden's was replaced with an auto pen machine.
We do a little trolling. It's called We Do a Little Trolling.
I like Prof Alterations #1.
I love Prof Alterations #1. Number one.
I love Prof Alterations. They're great.
President Gofefe are great.
We have very large differences on healthcare.
During the fight over the government shutdown, something
You're listening to UFO Undercover with your host, Joe Montaldo, right here on the Paranormal
Halloween party.
Hi, I'm Brittany Ashley, your host of Breaking Norms Building Dreams, your guide through this transformative journey in both business and life. This is your place crafted for dreamers, doers, or anyone who has been told they can't. Get ready as we challenge those narratives together. You're tuning in live to the United Public Radio Network, airing on 105.3 and 107.7 FM in New Orleans. We are streaming on all the popular platforms every
They said, sir, keep it clean. I said, folks, it's never been cleaner. Smooth
smooth and mischievous. He said, don't mix politics and fun. I said, watch me, I just won. They said, sir, you can't say that on air. I said, I just did. Tremendous flair. Hot talking headlines, tweet and rhyme. Make bad behavior sound sublime. Reporters faint, the crowd's in heat. I sell mistakes, then call it elite. Tremendous things I probably shouldn't say. Sound a lot better my way. Every word's a 5-star quote. CNN cries while Fox takes notes. Tremendous things I probably shouldn't say. They trend by noon the same day. If I offend, well, hey, that's showbiz. Fake news just wishes it was this. Well, I built empires, broke a few vows. Every scandal adds to my house. I plead the fifth, but sing in key. I said, grab attention, then spotted me. My lawyers hide my
Tastes like money. To Oliver, eating.
No good.
Was minding my own business, sorting scrap and rust, when Fury's Haley trailer kicked up my dirt and dust. He stepped out with a grimace and a patch on his one eye, said something's coming for us from a hole up in the sky. Junkyard assemble, sheriff's on the line, says we need a miracle and a jug of mean moonshine. This town needs a hero, someone truly inspired. Since that sure as hell ain't me, some assembly required. Junkyard assemble, guess the fun's begun. Radio crackled orders and said to grab my gun. Kind of help the sheriff's asking for is rarely ever hired. But the town ain't got no heroes, some assembly required. This trickster guy named Loki made one damn hell of a scene. The slimiest snake oil salesman this here county's ever seen. He said our time was over, that his army's on the way, and our town would be the first to fall before the end of day. Junkyard assemble, got the first recruit in a star-spangled outfit and dusty leather boots. He's an old-time hero, my grandpappy admired, but he's been on ice a while, some assembly required. Junkyard assemble, now the rest are trickling in. A god, a dog, a hunter, don't know where I should begin. This whole damn operation, though, is dangerously cross-wired, and we all ain't a team just yet, some assembly required. My new best friend, the doctor's turned a certain shade of green. We're the baddest bunch of misfits that this town has ever seen. We're coming for that liar and his whole pathetic crew, and I'll be the man to show him what a junkyard dog can do. Junkyard assemble, time to put him in his place. Gonna wipe that stupid smirk right off of Loki's face. That little speech he gave us has officially expired. We're the welcome wagon boys, some assembly required. Junkyard assemble, yeah, the gang's all here to finally get this over and drink a victory beer. We might be beat and broken, but we're anything but tired. Gonna save this whole damn county, some assembly required.
Oh, that's creepy.
Oh, there I am. Okay, now you can hear me better now. I bet y'all.
Yeah, I was just saying, wow, that's so creepy. I mean, years and years and years ago, way before I was even on the network, when I was in college, some of the technology I was seeing from coming out of Sony back then in the late 80s and early 90s, I said, it's going to be scary. At one point, there's going to be this kind of stuff where you can virtually replace any actor, actress with this kind of technology. And very soon, the movies would be completely 100% artificial. And this is getting as close as you can get to near 100% artificial.
Well, I knew when they started using the green and blue rooms with the dots on everybody that we were getting close to close to that time.
It really began for me. I studied the cinematographic history and Hollywood history and TV history. I have a degree in video and art history, so I was looking at it from a different perspective. For me, I think it probably happened before that with the motion capture cameras with Star Wars, because Richard Edlund, who was the special effects guy for Star Wars, he had to invent those special crane arms to hold the models and move. So in this one, the model stays stationary, the camera moves on an arm. In Star Trek, they did it the other way around. The camera remained motionary, and they put the model on a track and threw the model at the camera. So that kind of motion picture camera, crane arm, they call it motion capture. That's where it began in '77.
Yeah, it was. What are you talking about? Oh, you're talking about IMAX, Chris. No, that's a whole different thing. But
yeah, IMAX is completely different. IMAX is what NASA came up with.
Yeah, and IMAX needs a special theater, and the seats need to be arranged certain ways. But I'm not saying it's not great. I mean, I've been to a few IMAXs. It's wonderful. But it's like going to a movie these days. You can go to a movie, but I have a 70-inch TV with surround sound in my bedroom, where I can sit and drink and eat and whatever else I want to do, and really enjoy a movie. I don't have to go sit with a bunch of people who might have, COVID or something. I used to like going to movies when I was young, but it's not the same experience to me anymore. It might just be me. I'm not hating, but I know there's way fewer cinemas around than there used to be.
That is true. We have a new one near us called Warehouse, and there are two of them. They appear to be a franchise or beginning to branch out as a franchise. The unique thing about them is that, and I think this one near me has 12 theaters in it. So there are 12 movies at one time, or one movie in a couple of theaters. Anyway, their seating is recliners. Big, huge, like leather recliners. And you can, when you purchase your tickets, you can pay I think it's an extra $2 per ticket, and you can specify which seats are yours, and those seats will be reserved for you. And once you get there, they'll let you sit on them. So it's pretty neat. But 2 people, drinks and food. One movie we saw, this is Spinal Tap, $60.
Yeah, so that's outrageous.
Wasn't cheap. Steak dinner would have cost less.
You can rent 3 or 4 movies online for that. Oh shit, you could buy at least 2.
You could have had 2 steak dinners and had change to walk home with off of that.
Down here, you're not getting steak dinners for that, but it's it depends where you go. It really just depends where you go. But most restaurants, if a ribeye will run you $35, a filet will run you $45 to $50. So drinks, food, drinks and other things, $140, $130. Unless it's alcohol, then it'll be $200.
Yeah.
It's but then some places you can go, some of those steak restaurants, you can go in and get like a ribeye for $20, the whole meal for like $20. So 2 people, about $50. But
and some of them have, some of the steakhouses have a prime rib that's usually like $25.95, all you can eat. So you just go up to the table where the guy's cutting it, and whenever your plate's empty.
That's how the casinos do it.
Yeah.
So when it used to be for lunch, you could go in a casino. That was about $12 to $14 for lunch, and then the dinners were $25 to $30. Now the dinners are $50 to $60, and I think the lunches are $30. It's not even worth going anymore. It's and the food's not quite the quality it used to be when they first came down. Yeah, they had a place called Bananas. It was probably the best buffet I've ever eaten in my entire life. What's that, Jimmy? No, I mean, casinos, people always think, oh, casino, bad, 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 but casinos offer a lot of things besides just gambling. There's two of them down here that have movie theaters in them. They have two-lane movie theaters, so there's two different movies you can go see. A couple of them got bowling alley in them. There's a bunch of other stuff in there. Every other one's got a club in it. Hard Rock's got a nice club. So does Beau Rivage.
Yeah, and we talked about this the other night. I mean, the reason why the casinos are like that is the mobsters had high taste. They were high rolling. They like really expensive things like silk shirts and Italian suits. So the casinos when they're set up in the 40s and 50s by Bugsy Malone. I think it was Bugsy Malone. It's one. What is it? Bugsy Siegel, Bugsy Malone. I can't remember which one. It's one of those two.
I always get them too confused.
But he set the thing up so that it would attract law-abiding citizens to spend their money, and you can't gouge them at the poker tables if the food's expensive. So they set up all the amenities to be good food cheap and good hotels cheap. I mean, in some hotels, all you have to do is get caught winning on one-armed bandit, and you get a free hotel room. So they set it up so that they could lure in dumb people with lots of money who thought they were getting a deal. Wow, this steak's only $5 where I live. It's $17. That's why they set it up like that. So I mean, even if the prices are coming up a little bit, they're still probably a lot lower than most other regular retail restaurant types.
It's right now everything's just outrageously high. I mean, come on. When you go to McDonald's and it's going to be between $10 and $15 for a value meal, how can you even fucking call it a value meal anymore?
Yeah, you can go to Red Robin and get a larger, more higher quality hamburger patty, and still pay the same amount, $13, $14, $15.
Yeah, that's good. And I heard one example.
There's another thing at Red Robin. You get unlimited fries. You don't get unlimited fries at McDonald's. You get unlimited soda. But you also get unlimited soda at Red Robin, too.
Jack, I don't know what they're going to do. Things are going to have to change. I mean, if prices stay like this, it's going to be all kind of shit going on.
Does anyone remember the movie Total Recall? Is it Total Recall?
What about
no? It's the one. It's the Running Man, where he gets caught.
Man.
They put him in the TV show.
Oh yeah.
Well, there's one scene where the Spanish girl was talking with her friend, and she's trying to get a soda out of the machine, and she says, "Jesus, $6." It's there now. They're $4 and $5. Who was it? One of our guests was on talking about the hotel he was in. It was like $10 for a bottle of water, just a regular, generic bottled filtered water. He walked across the street from the hotel to the convenience store. That same bottle of water was 89 cents.
And that's still high. You get it at a grocery store cheaper. I mean, it's Jack. Things are just out of control, and I don't know. Trump's got about 6 months to get it together, or else it's going to cost him in the midterms.
It very well could, yeah. He's up 1% in the favor polls amongst everybody, including Democrats.
But the GOP is up. I mean, they're up high now. GOP is.
No, I'm saying as a general overall for everybody involved, Democrats, Republicans, he's up 1%, including with the Democrats. That's unheard of. Even Reagan wasn't that high above with the Democrats.
Now as
far as favorability.
Well, he actually went up doing the he went up a point the other day doing the shutdown. Actually,
yes.
2 points he went up. He's going up 2 points, and the other day somebody said 4, but we'll stick with
by
it.
By the way, the celebration is let's use the Star Trek sound. This is now officially the second longest official shutdown of the U.S. government in the entire history of the U.S. government.
So if
Democrats.
If it stays 11 more days, it'll break a record at 36 days.
Yeah, 35 is so far the longest.
Yep. So, hey, Christian, let me tell you this is what's so bad about this, though. And this is what really and truly is. So, right now they've got 2 or 3 days to save EBT for October. So, if they can cut a deal by Tuesday or maybe Wednesday, they could probably get EBT in November. But if it goes past that, there will be no EBT SNAP food stamps for people.
There
who
will
know
be
what
no
I'm talking
free
about.
turkeys or chickens or turduckens
So-
or any of that kind of shit anywhere.
So you won't get that. And then if it goes to like Thanksgiving, there won't be any Christmas or New Year.
Ooh.
So some politician somewhere is going to pay dearly for that.
Yeah.
If you starve out 42 million Americans for 3 months, somebody going to pay for that. You could fucking take that to the bank.
Not only that, listen. So there's going to those people that are likely on SNAP. SNAP is food stamps. They're also going to be on probably unemployment insurance. That's also going to be turned off in November, if it isn't already in certain places. They're going to be on what's called LIHEAP, more than likely, which is electrical, excuse me, electrical and home heating assistance. Those are also going to be turned off. They're going to be fucked.
It's going to be bad. But what's even worse than all of that is, so let's say you manage to feed yourself in the next 2 months. You spend $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, whatever it costs you, and how many people you're feeding. You're not getting that money back. Even though you'll get your SNAP and you'll get a big payment in SNAP, it's not cash. You can't use it to pay your electric bill or your water or your rent or anything else. So all that money you're going to have to pay to eat now probably was going to other bills, probably home housing or things like that. Well, Jesse, just because you're in SNAP don't mean you're getting housing. It doesn't quite work like that. So, so if you're like a single mom with 2 or 3 kids, yeah, they'll probably get you housing, they'll get you SNAP, they'll get you Medicaid, they'll get you all sorts of stuff. And basically, you can live a low level life. Well, you got to be careful if you go to work. So what's funny is my wife and I are retired. So if we made, I don't know, about $1,500 a month or less than what we get in retirement, we would qualify for all kinds of stuff. They said, "Oh, you'd probably get like $600 a month in food stamps because we're considered elderly now." And
You're
I was
considered
surprised.
elderly at the age of 55, as
Yes.
far as the
They
So
do.
senior citizen starts at 55 in the country.
And the older you get, the more willing they are to give you stuff. So it's a bitch. But
If you go to McDonald's, you can get a coffee. You and I, Joe, can get a coffee for 10 cents at any McDonald's.
well, I'll have to remember that next time I want a fucking coffee, man, because I like coffee.
Senior coffee, is
Especially
10
right
cents
now,
still.
since that's
one-
another thing.
At least I think it used to be. That's what it was. One guarantee.
Well,
that
I doubt it's gonna be
both
like
is.
that anymore because
Let me find out. Hey,
they were
Google,
saying
is McDonald's senior citizens price coffee still 10 cents?
On the website seniorsite.org, they say, when available, senior discounts often apply to beverages, particularly coffee. A common offer is a small coffee for around 80 cents. Some locations may provide 10 to 15% off the total purchase or discounts on specific menu items.
So it's probably off, probably gone.
Yeah, well, I mean, they used to. When I worked for them, they gave it to them for half price, and
Yeah.
whatever the price was. But it's a mess. But that's the problem. The money it just takes so much to live. Well, James, I mean, eating out is expensive. Eating at home is expensive. Eating at home is supposed to be cheaper, but it's not really anymore. Especially
No,
if you're single.
With inflation, it's almost as much as eating out.
If you're single, a lot of ways it's easier. Like, okay, there's lots of these. There's a place called Zapardo's in Dornax and stuff like that. Well, my stepdaughter lives near Dornax. I used to go there and they still do have a great bakery in there, but they make all kind of other food, and then they make food that they put in those boxes and put out chicken and all kind of meals and stuff. They have fabulous food. So you can go. I mean, it's good. It's good. Any restaurant in the city of New Orleans. Well, Dornax is a pretty famous place. So, and there's a lot of shoppers there, and they got really good prices on beef and stuff. They've been around for like 150 years or something. So, they take their stuff serious. But regardless, their food is really good. So you can go in there, probably buy 2 dinners for about $18, and that's with drinks and probably dessert, maybe 20, and then go home and put it in the oven or the microwave, whichever way you prefer, and then have a nice dinner and have food left over. It's hard to beat. And even like Rouse's, they do it too. They have food that they keep out. It's okay. It's not near as good as Dornax, but it's okay. I don't know if Zapardo's is doing it or not, but they said they were going to probably do it. No, I'm talking Zapardo's is the one I was talking about. Dornax, I don't know, hasn't done it yet or not. The Pardos is a cool place. And they, like I said, they've been around for a long, long time. Lots of good food. Man, they had one of the best chili dogs I've ever eaten. I don't know what they put in that chili, man. Some shroom dust or something, but shit.
Cocaine.
That stuff is good, man. No,
Cocaine.
Jack.
Have you come back for more?
Jack thinks I'm kidding. I'm not, man. That is whoo, man. They come up with it. I don't know.
Well, see, I'm glad you brought that up. I'm sort of a chili snob. I used to work at a place in Rockville. It's still there. They're called the Hard Times. Hard Times Cafe specializes in. They have 4 chilies, and that's they only make those kind of chilies. They have one that's called Terlingua Red, which is very good. They have one called Texas, which is very greasy, tastes like taco meat, like you would put in a taco. And then they have one that's called Cincinnati. Cincinnati is like the Cincinnati chili. It's made with nutmeg, I think. So it's kind of sweet, like sloppy joe's. It's nasty. Yeah. And then they have the hottest one is vegetarian. But none of them have beans in it except for the vegetarian one. All the meat ones it's just meat. If you want beans, it's a topping you can put on extra for like 30 cents or 50 cents or whatever. If you put beans while you're cooking the chili into the chili while you're cooking it, it's not chili. It's beef stew. I'll still eat it, but I won't call it chili.
Yeah, well, I'm not a big fan of chili with beans in it. So
I'm a chili snob, dude. I'm sorry. I will argue.
No, I try different kind of chilies all the time. Well, my actual stepson, he makes some pretty good chili actually. I haven't talked to him in a while, but I have to get him over there to make me some.
My friend Chris has actually entered a few chili contests and gotten some pretty favorable comments.
Dean, what are you talking about? Do aliens eat chili? I don't know. We'd have to ask him and see. According to what's his face,
to use the protein for.
According to what's his name, they eat strawberry ice cream. What was the guy with?
That's the tall whites.
Model?
Yeah,
the sports model guy. No, he said the Grays. No, that was
the Grays.
So this was what's weird about this. So first off, you had. What's his name? You know, the guy with the sports model spaceship. What's his name?
Oh, Bob Lazar.
Yeah. So Bob Lazar, before he came out, was doing interviews behind the screen. Oh, yeah. The aliens, and but he was behind the screen. You couldn't see him, and his voice was protected. And one of the questions was asked, the guy asked him, "Do you know what the aliens eat?" And he said, "I do know they like strawberry ice cream because it's been requested." I was like, okay. That's well, Jack, you can't even argue about it because you don't know if it's true or not. We don't know if they like it or not. How do we know? Bob, you like strawberry ice cream? He said, "Fuck no." So I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Well, there's always going to be stuff like that. And then there was another gentleman. I can't credibly think of his name. He was doing an interview when they asked him what he liked. He also said strawberry ice cream, but he was talking about not Charles Hall's tall whites, but the human type aliens. He called them tall whites. But when you asked him to describe, he described them like the human type aliens. Well, it's weird. So the human type aliens are a very funny thing. They do look a lot like us, but sometimes, and we don't know if it's something they wear or if it's a reaction, they have a shine to them.
The tall whites are shiny.
It's just weird. But these are humans. These aren't the tall whites. It's a whole different. They're not even built the same. No, the Charles Hall tall whites are kind of like the aliens from Arrival. Kind of. At least from the waist down, they're definitely like the aliens from Arrival. And Charles Hall was cool. I had no problem with Charles Hall. Matter of fact, I was being interviewed by not Ancient Aliens, by Science Discovery, and they asked me, "Do you think he's lying?" I said, "No, I think he's telling the truth 100%." I said, actually, what I said was, I think he believes that he's telling you the truth 100%. Whether it's true or not, he definitely believes what he saw is what he saw. I said, but this is in the middle of the desert on a top secret military base.
Yeah.
Well, they could have been spraying shit as far as we know. Oh, people, don't even. Come on. We know they tested LSD on people.
And he's a very interesting guy, but his stories are extremely long-winded.
Yes. Well, he likes to be very detailed in the way, and he talks and he slows himself down. I interviewed him about a dozen times. And then all of a sudden, his wife didn't let him do interviews anymore for a while. And then just recently, Jay and I were reading that he was doing one in not Texas, New Mexico. Is that where it was? Albuquerque?
Like that, yeah. Probably in Roswell.
I think they said Albuquerque. No, I get Albuquerque confused with Amarillo. Well, they're on the same
Amarillo's
highway.
in Texas.
Yeah, Amarillo's in Texas. But I get them confused because they're on Interstate 20. When you leave Amarillo, you're headed for the other one. Yeah. So for
I've
some
driven
reason,
that road. Yeah, I've driven down that road.
Yeah. So, and
Period.
this is what's really funny. So if you're cruising and you zip through Amarillo, Texas, and you get into New Mexico, and you're going past the city, if you hook a right, that's a big interstate connection. When you hook the next right, it takes you into Colorado. Quickly, too. In less than an hour, you're in Colorado. Oh, man, I know my way all around up there. I did a lot of driving up there. I like to drive. That's the thing. I like to explore the country. I prefer to drive than to fly. I mean, don't get me wrong. I fly all the time, but I do prefer to drive. If I have the time, especially like when people are paying me to come out. So like right now, until I buy a new car, I can't do it. But once I get a new car, I'm not going to rent a car, but that defeats it. So it depends how much money they're going to give me. Whatever the airplane round trip is what they'll give you. So if you can get from here to there and back on that, you can do it. So depending on who
would
it
be cool is if you could get enough people, friends and family, whatever, you all fly to one extreme, or you could split the family up, put people on four corners and you all meet in the center, and everyone you start at one end and drive to another end until you all get to a big destination.
Well,
That would be a good
I'll tell you how
convoy.
we do it. So this is how we usually do it when we're traveling with groups. And if this is when we're driving versus flying. So a lot of times I'll leave out of Mississippi. And if I'm going to meet up with somebody from the East Coast, I'll either have them meet me here in Mississippi because I'm only 8 hours from the Atlantic Ocean, and I'm only 5 hours from Atlanta itself. I'm probably about 16 hours from you. Oh no, how close are you to DC?
An hour and 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah,
hour
so
and a half.
I'm probably about 16 hours from you. And usually what we'll do is we'll find a place, or if somebody else's house is there, we'll have somebody like you come down and meet us, and then we'll leave one of the vehicles at the house or two of the vehicles, and we'll pile into one because they usually get like we'll usually make everybody pitch in. We'll get like one of them big expedition, or one of the armadas, and so everybody can get in there and get So everybody gets in. You just packs in there, and then as we're going along, we're picking up people until we get to our destination. Last time it was Nevada. It was oh hell, it's right there by the not too far from the dam. It's where the flamingos. It's not coming to my brain, but that's where there's one of the oldest alien abductions conferences were held. But it's outside of Vegas. It's only about a half hour, 40 minutes outside of Vegas, too, whatever it is. But it's on the Ohio River. I don't know why the name's not coming to me. But anyway, that's where we went last time. And we come pulling up, piling out of the vehicle, and it's fun because we're in Mass, and usually we'll have other people like coming out from California, something meeting us there, or from Washington or Idaho or somewhere like that. Because we had a few of our members out of Idaho would come down. So we'd all get together and we'd come walking up, and there'd be 10, 15, 20 of us walking around. Shit, for two of the X conferences, we had over 100 members each time there with us. We were a force to be reckoned with.
That's one of my favorite jokes. I didn't travel in convoys a lot. We did it a few times. Our neighbor, the dads in our neighborhood, they all were like CB aficionados. So like
the
whole like five of us, or five of the different families in the neighborhood, we went out Western Maryland in the wintertime. We went skiing. One time we went down to like Florida with like 4 or 5 different people to Disney World. And all the fathers were like, hey, breaker, good buddy, with the whole way down. But that what I liked about doing it doesn't. I'm not even about traveling or not. Just even here, local restaurants. When I go to a restaurant, and they go, "Is it just the two of you?" I'll go, "Oh no, there's a whole bus of 72 that's unloading right now. We just got off really quick because we didn't want to sit with everyone." And the look on the poor hostess's face is like, "Really?" Like, "No, there's not a bus of 72. Just give us our seat, man. Of course, it's just the two of us."
People are crazy. It's No, Jesse, I just like to travel. It's a second nature.
Traveling is fun, except for it does mess up your equilibrium. So you don't necessarily you aren't necessarily regular the whole time. You know what I mean?
I'll tell you what happens to me sometimes if I'm driving. So, like if I'm in DC or up north somewhere, I'm coming home. Well, my whole trip home is going downhill because I live below sea level. So I'll start at like 7,000 feet above, and the whole trip is going downhill. So if I don't take 2 days to do it at least, if I do it like just like 24 hours of driving, or 12 and 12s, when I'm coming home, I'll get all lightheaded and dizzy and shit. But if I take my time, it doesn't bother me. But coming down at a high altitude to breathe in water again is not an easy thing to do, people. Yes. See, where I live, we breathe the water. Yes.
Well,
I'll breathe.
When I drove to Savannah, it was the same exact thing. It's downhill from Maryland to Georgia, and on the way up, it was uphill. So on the way down, it was usually if I didn't have to stop for gas or to pee or eat, I could do it in 9 hours. But it's usually like 2 stops for half an hour. So 1 hour stop, roughly 2 stops for gas at most. It was a 10-hour drive. On the way up, it was 11 because you're going uphill. The engine is struggling to, so it takes an extra hour. That's for real. Yeah. That's gravity working against you.
Well, Jack, I mean, if you want, how did I get off the camera? If you want, so you have to make a decision when you travel, especially when you're traveling north or west. Anytime you're going to get in the mountains, you got to make a decision. How much fuel do you want to burn? You can maintain 80 miles an hour the whole way and not lose any time, but you're going to burn so much more fuel.
You're going to stop at least 3 times for gas. Yeah.
So yeah, you're going to add a tank or two to it. And so if you just slow down, well, I generally cruise 80. Any interstates that are 70, I'm usually doing 80.
The best rule of thumb is if you go 9 miles over the posted speed limit, in most cases, even if you go straight past the state police radar trap at 9 miles over the speed limit, and you don't even slow down, you just zoom, and you're not weaving and bobbing in your lane, the most likely cases, they won't even get in their car and follow you. They could care less. But if you're doing 10 or 11, they might just decide to come after your ass because especially if you're bobbing and weaving in and out of traffic, they will definitely come after you. Yeah. So
and Jay's right. I mean, for down here, if you're doing 5 miles over speed limit, odds are they're not going to mess with you. Now, I will tell you this. If you're in Wichita, Texas, and you don't have a Texas plate, and you go 1 mile over the speed limit, they will stop you.
You're done.
And they will search your car for marijuana, even if you don't smoke weed. They'll tell you something like, "Oh, I think I smell marijuana." And if you say, "Oh, I don't smoke or I don't do this," and you refuse to have it searched, they'll hold you there and try to get a court order to search your car. So if you agree and let them do it and they don't find anything, you're done in 10 minutes. If they find something, as long as it's not a lot, they just write you a ticket and you're on your way. Well, Texas got a problem. Now, I don't know about Oklahoma, but Arkansas and Louisiana and New Mexico and Colorado all have legal marijuana. So they're surrounded.
Yeah.
And so pot's passing in and out their state all the time. Plus, the illegal trade of marijuana in Texas is outrageous.
Yeah, it is. I mean, well, it's not just there; it's the whole country. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if
I was talking about
the street weed is laced with fentanyl now.
Well, yeah, because a lot of it's coming over the border.
Well, I think also that not only that is the weed is traveling with, or the fentanyl is in the weed, and then when they get it to a certain vantage point, they separate them. And then they process the fentanyl into other things, liquids and pills and whatnot. And then they send the tainted weed on into the underground structure. Well,
so what they were doing down here for a long time is they were smuggling bundles of cocaine inside of bales of marijuana. So, and what was interesting about this, if you smoked marijuana back then, the weed was cheap because they were just selling the weed off to get rid of it because they were more interested in the cocaine. It was just to get the cocaine in, and every now and then a bag would bust and get all over the weed. So then they would charge you extra for the weed, but still,
that's a good way how they invented Love Boat.
Well, no, you could get back then you could probably get an ounce of weed for like $40, $30 or something. You mean when I was a kid? No, man, it was $10, $20 a lid. It's like this much. It's like 4 ounces or something. I don't know. I don't smoke that shit anyway.
In the 80s, I'm going to say we were paying for the really good stuff, $80 for an ounce. That's not bad.
It's a different world. Back when I was growing up, there was Hawaiian Blue and
Yeah,
Maui
well-
Maui and Acapulco Gold. And
I remember we also 4 or 5 of us we went in on a ball of Temple hash, and I put in 80, and everybody else put in 80, and we also got I got enough that lasted me a year. That piece of hash.
you know, that's funny. I was out one night. I just got out the Navy too. I hadn't smoked anything, done anything. I was with a friend of mine, and we were out. We had been out drinking all night, and these 3 bikers pulled up, and they needed money to get a place to stay. And the guy pulls out this block of hash, Jay, Ebenezer blonde, no less. I mean, this is this thick, and he says, "Look, what do you have?" I said, "I got $100 bill on me." He said, "I'll give you 2 for that." And I gave it to him. Man, it ended up being Jesus. A friend of mine we stayed so high on that shit for so long, and he wrapped it and put it in the freezer in aluminum foil. Shit lasted forever.
Yeah. It'll
Well,
last
when I got out the Navy, I wasn't a big smoker, and besides, I was still in the reserves. So I had to be real careful about smoking. They still put you in a brig even if you're in the reserves, dumbass. Yeah, if you go in and flunk a drug test,
You're a federal
kinda
employee.
it's kind of like being on probation,
even if it's legal in the state.
And remember that, people, when you're doing things or you're messing with anything federal and you're smoking marijuana, you can go to jail for it.
Yeah, I'd be careful about certain state parks too. Some state parks are federally funded. There's the Prince George's County State Park in Maryland is federally funded as an official skeet and shotgun target area. In fact, they have the president's shotgun skeet tournament there every year, and I think the president has actually attended some of them. I don't know if this president will, but presidents in the past have, and if you were on that property with marijuana, they can arrest you because there's a federal presence on that state property.
No, you can't. It's a Schedule 1 drug.
As far as the federal government, it's not even for
so right now
medical
what was
use.
What was it? 42 states it said the other night that had legal.
47.
So right.
Hey Google, how many states have medical marijuana?
You should just say marijuana. Period.
Answer to that specific question.
Of course you
And
don't.
according to CDC.gov, as of February 2024, 3 states and 1 territory do not have a legal cannabis program.
47 states.
Well, there you go, people. I didn't think it was quite that many, but
Hey Google, stop.
47
states have medical. Hey Google, how many states have recreational marijuana?
24 states.
Hey Google, stop. 24. I thought it was 27, but 24. Almost more than half.
It's
27 plus 24.
Hey Google, stop.
51.
She's going to add for you now. Google's a bitch, man.
Which is good because my math sucks.
Well, you know, it's what it is. But the problem for y'all is, and all the people who own it or working doing it, the Fed can come in at any time, and they do this, by the way, and seize everything. They went into this guy in Colorado and pulled out $22 million out of his where his farm was. It was just stacked in a warehouse. $22 million in cash. Yeah. Well, you can't buy marijuana with credit. You got to pay cash, whether it's medical or
it can use EBT. You can't use Federal Credit Union. You can use most banks allow you to, but some banks, if it's a Federal Credit Union,
well, this has nothing to do with the banks. This is the states don't allow you to use. You can only pay cash for it.
No, you can use EBT or cash in the recreationals in Maryland.
Yeah, they don't let you do anything like that around here. And in Colorado, they didn't let you use it either. California didn't either. It had to be cash.
Hey, Sherry.
Matter of fact, all of these places when you go in have an ATM machine inside so that you can get cash.
Yes, they do. But again, a lot of times your Federal Credit Union card might not work at that particular device because it knows where it is.
It's oh no, Chris, it's just one of them things, man. I mean, the Fed look, I keep hearing the Republicans and the Democrats saying, "Oh, we're for legalization," but yet nobody's done it. And actually, now they're not even talking about legalization; they're just talking about changing the schedule to a Schedule 3 drug.
It's legally medical in 47 out of 52 states.
Well, we got what five territories too, right?
They don't count.
Yeah, they got to go by the same laws. The only difference for them is they don't get to vote presidency, but everything else still matters. Territories are just states that don't get to vote for president.
I suppose that's kind of true, yeah.
And
But then there's Guam, Puerto Rico,
yeah, Puerto Rico's a
Virgin
decent
Islands.
sized island. Not
Virgin
monster
Islands is in
island,
there.
but
We got a whole bunch of territories. Hey, Google, how many territories does the United States have?
I think it was
According
6.
to Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia, the United States possesses 14 territories.
14. I didn't know that. What the 14 are. I ain't never heard 14
Well,
before.
9 of them do not.
Nine are full-time military. The other are not. 14 though.
Oh, so they're I see what she's doing. She's counting them like Bikini
Midway,
Atoll stuff.
Guam,
Yeah, that shit don't count. Either.
Guadalcanal.
That's not real. That's just basically military bases. We're talking about where people live. Like, well, Guam you can count because Guam's like a different version of Puerto Rico. Virgin Islands you can count because there's a population there too.
Yeah.
And there's
So nine of the 14, five of them are strictly there's no military presence. It's just civilians. So 5.
Jesse, well, we should have way more territory than that. We should have kept everything. If we'd have kept everything after World War II, we'd have had 67% of the world.
And we'd be sitting pretty.
And if we'd have done like MacArthur said and took Russia then China, today we would own the 80% of the world or more.
The world's economy would be ruled by us. Yeah.
That
So
one mistake America did.
Take over from Europe.
The one mistake America made after World War II was not keeping its territory and not taking Russia and China. And at that point, they could have forced the rest of the world to join in. And then we would be one happy world moving towards something else. We wouldn't be spending trillions of dollars a year in defense.
Well,
we'd be
and
spending
we
trillions
also
billions of dollars in health.
We wouldn't also necessarily need a third world war in order to unite the entire planet.
But the way we are right now, with how many other hundreds of countries we got, 200 and something, it's
well, if we have another World War III and we win, we will have to retake, like we did, one territory at a time till we beat them back. So
well, right now, China's goal is to be able to destroy the United States' military. It's funny though. China's goal isn't to destroy the United States per se, just its military.
No, they need our economy. Without our
Yeah,
economy, they can't sell their, near perfect knockoffs.
Jimmy, let me tell you something. If China was ever stupid enough to invade, we're going to nuke them. One part of the triad's going to get them no matter what. They're buying farmland near military bases, and that's so they can launch like drone trucks. Do you know how many drones you can fit in a container truck? A container. You know how many container trucks you can have if you own farmland? I mean, they could be launching thousands of drones.
If you don't put them on a pallet, let's say the box is 2 foot by 2 foot, and you don't put them on a pallet, you just shrink wrap them in little squares, and you truck them in. You could probably fit 144 to a pallet, probably. I'd say one gross to a pallet, and in a truck you can fit 22 pallets.
Yeah. Well, these are going to probably be a little bit. These are probably be a little bit bigger than like the ones in Ukraine were probably 4 by 4. Maybe even 5 by 5. They were pretty big because they were carrying pretty big payloads. If you're going to take on a military base, a small payload is not going to really help. You're going to need a bigger payload, 100-pound bomb, 200-pound bomb. Little drone's not going to carry that. But a bunch of little drones swarming, you can still do a lot of damage. It's tough, guys. It's going to be weird out there. I mean,
yeah, if you take that 100-pound bomb and split it up into like, even just 15, 10-pound grenades that on these drones, that would be enough to do some significant damage.
Yeah, well, it depends. I mean, it's not going to really damage the tarmac or anything like that. They're not big enough.
But it'll take out a plane.
It could damage a plane.
A grenade will take out a plane, especially if you put it on the damn wing where the gasoline is.
Well, first off, the way the fighter jets are made, the fuel's not necessarily in the wings. And,
yeah, sometimes they have pods underneath, but still.
Well, no, that's not what I'm talking about. They do have pods, and they can put pods underneath the fuselage or underneath the wings, or all three if they want. But some of the fighter jets don't have fuel in their wings because at high speeds, when you flip and you had half a tank, it shifts, and you can't have that at those kind of speeds. So they actually made something else for that. So even in even in commercial jets, it's kind of weird the way it works. The fuel's allowed to flow a certain way so that it's not, not so all the fuel in the right wings don't come up and push up against the left wing and the plane starts doing this shit. It's just well, of course, when you're at Mach 2, I don't think it really matters because all that fuel's being pinned in one spot.
Yeah.
Well, the tanks have to be designed so that they can still drain at whatever position the jet's in. Because a fighter jet could be anywhere. It could be straight up, straight down, sideways, backwards, flipping over, rolling over, flipping up this way, flipping this way. I mean, it's just you just don't know where.
If you look at the wing configuration of most commercial airlines, they're
Give
not
us time,
fighter jets,
Jerry. We're
but their
working on
wings
it.
are always tilted up so that the fuel runs into the fuselage where the engines are.
Marshall, our 3 new fighters don't have tail wings. They don't. There's the new new SR.
They have dual vertical surfaces, but they don't have a it's not a traditional rear end of a plane.
There's no tail back there at all. Yeah, they're vertical thrust nostrils and stuff like that, and they've got ailerons and flaps back there just like they got on the wings.
But they don't need them. They have a vectored thrust. They can turn without using the control surfaces. That's the funny part.
Yeah, the control surfaces are more for stability at certain types of when you're doing certain maneuvers.
I'd say more precise, more precision moves. The vectored the vectored thrust is more, I mean, it's a brute force versus a delicate thing with the.
Well, no, you see them when they're operating. You see them both. You'll see the thrust nozzle moving, and you'll see the fins moving. So they're working together, whatever they're doing. Yeah, don't worry, Sherry. We're coming for y'all. Don't give us time. We about tired of them fucking communist Canadians.
Oh God, yeah. Well, if you haven't heard the news, Sherry, good news is Trump has ended all trade negotiations with Canada. So that happened today.
He did tell what's his name to go F himself. But that's all over the guy from Ontario.
Bye trade.
With the
Hello,
video.
tariffs.
That's all over that stupid video. That's all that is. It ain't nothing else but that.
Do you think people on the border of both Canada and the U.S. are going to think egg prices are high now? Wait till he invokes the full-on tariffs.
I know, huh? It's
just in time for Christmas.
So, video unveil contains from Essence. What the hell are you talking about, thing? So sometimes I wonder about this computer if it ain't off on its own drugs or something. Look, computer, you need to learn to share, my friend. Yes, you need to share. You're talking about Rob Zombie. That's Zombie, yeah. Rob Zombie, yeah. That's the song Dracula is the one you're talking about, yes. Yeah, that's what it is. But we're gonna play this. We're gonna break, so we're gonna play this one song. This is by request. That's the only reason we're playing, because usually it's Halloween or I haven't put it up yet. No, can you see it? I haven't even put it on the thing yet, have I?
Well, I can see a screen here that's playing, but I can't hear it.
Well, put it up and see if that's the right one. But let me look. I don't know if I'm even on the right screen. Yeah, that's it. You can put, yeah, that's the one. So
Goo Goo Dolls.
This is a Goo Goo Dolls Irish here. So this is a request. Actually, 2 people wrote in and request this, which was kind of strange. So I'm gonna go ahead and play it. Look at that, 3 million, almost 4 million thumbs up. Must be a good.
I've heard of them and some of their songs. I'm not totally familiar with them, but what I've heard, it's
this is a decent song. It's why won't it let me adjust the size of the? What the bleep?
Go to settings. There it is.
No, they had a little thing, a hidden button. That was look,
yeah,
people. I've told y'all people about this. When you design new fucking programs, you're going to change all the buttons. Maybe you should send out a letter to the people who fucking use them.
Yeah,
and say, hey, look, this is the new layout. Oh no, StreamYard was a nightmare with this, and YouTube's been doing it a lot lately too. I'm kind of like, what the hell's going on? But anyway,
I'm still getting used to the new buttons layout here in StreamYard. It's a pain in the ass.
We'll be back in about 5 or 6 minutes. Until then, y'all enjoy the music, and we'll see you then. Okay, what's going on here? Learn more. I want to learn more about. And we be cleared out of that, people. I know 2 songs back to back. Those are both request, by the way. You know, I had gotten some good news earlier today, and I meant to share it with everybody. Hold on, let me. I was looking at my son went fishing today, posting all kind of, man, they caught some fish, man. But anyway, that's not what I was talking about. That's just kind of cool. Where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go, Mama? So, what did I do? Oh, it's on here, isn't it? Sorry, I'm looking in the wrong place. That's why. So, you know, we get rated from time to time for a lot of different stuff. Let me see if it'll let me put this on the screen with and I'll show y'all something interesting.
And just to be clear, he said rated, R-A-T-E-D, not rated, R-A-I-D-E-D.
So
Not
let's
screw
scroll up
federally
here.
rated. You know what I mean?
Okay, let's put this up so y'all can see it. Y'all can see that up there, people?
Yeah, that's up.
All right, now let me go to where I was because I'm not even on the same thing. Here it is. And you see it says UFO Paranormal Radio, United Public Radio, Joe Montaldo, United Public Radio.
Yep.
Okay, and then it says, you know, right here, this podcast may not release new podcasts anymore. No, it's still released new podcast every day. Oh wait, what is this? We have to make sure we check on this. Anyway, that's our listener scores of 34. Our global ranking, top 3%.
Wow.
It's in podcast, people. It's not radio, it's podcast. Top 3% globally. That's pretty serious. And look, they got us listed over here. Let's see if it's an actual listing. Oh, that's what that was. Okay, let's go back.
So there's another one, POP 5%, and 33 on the other.
So that's our website. Oh, this has been updated. As y'all can see, I just updated the website.
Yeah, it's new looking.
Yeah, I just got through updating yesterday. Let's see what's over here. We see, what the hell is that? It's not for us. Wait, where did it let it go? What was I touching here? Oh, things. Why can't you stay where you're supposed to? Okay, I guess I don't know
You
what I
have
did.
gremlins inside your computer.
Just stupidity was I got inside my computer, but okay, let's go back over here. No pop-ups. So yeah, see, this is the program part of our. See, there's a box that I was talking about right there in the corner. If y'all want to get that, oh, it's not there anymore. Oh, we must not be using it, then we'll have to take that down. Yes, we would get really good deals on these box sets. But this is yesterday's updates of videos. These are just videos that are on network. You can just stop and watch, and this is just a list of the current 35 live shows we have, 36 live shows we have. So you can go see it. But what's funny about that, that's our live shows. That's a pretty good group of live shows. And then you keep scrolling. Oh, and these are our did shows. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 retired shows on here. So that gives us a total of what? 58, about 55 shows on this network. Now, the funny part is there's still the UFO Paranormal Network in its site. It probably has another 50 or probably about 30 retired sites and about 40 or 50 other shows. So between the two, this network's responsible for more than 144 different radio and TV shows. It's pretty good in anybody's book, man. It's pretty serious. We've been around for a while, and we won podcast awards. We won all kind of stuff.
That's as good as any network. I mean, like, you know, any of the legacy networks, like you said earlier, like NBC, ABC, CBS.
Yeah.
How many TV shows have they had? And these places started out as, guess what? And so they still have and still sponsor radio. NBC, ABC, and CBS were all radio stations in the 30s, 40s, and 50s. They are now television and radio stations in some cases. CBS, I think, is a dual entity, whereas I think ABC Radio is kind of somewhat separate from the television. I'm not sure how it works, but there's NBC Radio, ABC Radio, and CBS Radio, as well as ABC, NBC, and CBS TV. Think about that, folks.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Radio killed the video star.
Oh, what is this? Get out of there, thing. Sorry, stuff be popping up on the screens. No, Jack, there's lots of stuff to see. Oh, this over here, what I'm looking at right now, this is just my own personal name. Yeah, it's just out. It's 1,830,000 listings. That's not. What do you mean I'm popular? No, that doesn't make me popular. It's probably a lot of repeat shit too, and a lot of it's probably other stuff that gets snuck in down the line, about 20 or 40 pages in. Yeah. Learning from death, alien abductions and blood types. That's coast to coast. Yeah.
George.
Yeah, Uncle George. Yeah, fairly
George
recent.
Nuri.
Damn, that was 12/4 of 2022. I thought that wasn't had. Well, it's been 3 years. I guess it has been. Owner of Paranormal Radio Network and SDA Main Solutions. Joe Montaldo, Phoenix, Arizona. I'm not in Phoenix, people. You stop smoking that crack out there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how do they peg you as being in Phoenix?
Alien abduction, blood type on, of course. That's Reddit, actually. Let's see what Reddit's got up on it.
What's he got? A Joe Montaldo meme? I don't always talk about aliens, but when I do, they're alien as shit or something like that.
I'm trying to see what he's got up. Let's see. Share screen. What is it? What is this?
Huh? What do you got? Something we can see? Or is it X-rated?
That's me. You see how many people jumped on my shit, Joe?
No, it's not. Is it on that video? You want to put it up?
Oh, it's not up?
No. Is it
Likely. Wow, that was just cheesy ball there. Well, did y'all see my name in there anywhere? No, y'all did not. Close this out. So I'm just saying, did anybody see my name in there? No, you did not. And that's coming off of a link right there that has to do with me.
And
So
if you look also at David Hatcher Childress in the beginning when he's speaking, his eyes are doing this. He's reading off of cue cards just behind the camera.
And look, you see what it says up here. This is off of the show with me. Alien abductions and blood types with Joe Montaldo. You even see what the people say.
there.
Finally, a good show, and I'm not in it. What the fuck was that? See, and people wonder why I don't want to share with ufology. This is about the 10th, 15th time in the last 10 years I've shared something with ufology that they decided they were going to go out and use it, like the Betty and Barney Hill
just lost
thing.
2 Facebook feeds on this end here.
Oh, maybe. Oh, because of ancient aliens. Oh,
Yeah,
man, I
maybe.
didn't fucking think about that. Yeah, I bet you we did because of ancient aliens. Let me see. Did somebody write to us? I'll talk to you about that later, Tom Reed. So yeah, Thomas Reed's gonna be on in the near future, but what's that, Jimmy Lee? Well, probably because we were using all 3 Facebook feeds are off because we were using ancient aliens.
Yeah, the other one, the third one just went off just now.
Yeah. That's what it was. We only got 30 minutes left. So sorry if anybody got kicked off because of that. Rumble's okay. Everybody else is okay, but
I got a negative on Roku on my screen, but it always says that.
Yeah, that always says that. I mean, that one's fixing to go away anyway in a couple of days. So
oh, well, good.
There's gonna be a new one up there. It's yeah, that sucks. That's because of ancient aliens. They kicked us because of ancient aliens. But that's bullshit, people. I mean, that's absolute and total bullshit.
Had your name on the title. It is coming off of their website. How is it? I mean, it doesn't.
I should have. Did I save that?
I don't understand it. It makes no sense whatsoever.
Did I say
It's
that?
got,
Let me
it's got
save
your
this.
name on the title of it. We saw that. A, B, it's YouTube.
Because it's my research. All of that is my research. All of that is everything that came out of their mouth was the show I did with them. So they just pirated all the research we did with them. And if they don't believe it, I can take the coast to coast clip and send it to them. No, people, that's that irritates me pretty good.
Yes, he's holding in there. He's doing well. Shawnee's doing well.
Yes, he's got a little harem with him, so he's not doing bad.
Yeah. You remember just before he took his vacation, he had just met 2 sets of twins. One set is 21 years old, the other set is 23 years old. That's 4 girls that almost equal his full age.
Thank you, Jeff. No, because they do that. That just burns my ass. They put all of them on there, all stuff that came out of my mouth. It's it's bullshit. Nobody did it. I mean, we started a project.
It's piracy at the very least.
We started that research almost 40 years ago. At 30 years, we made it, and then when we made iCar,
why don't you sue them for their credit then? I mean, if they're stealing it from you.
No, I think because it's not. I don't know if you can get anything. I'll ask my lawyer next time I see him. Because that's bullshit.
You can get some significant money. They don't have to pay. I mean, it would be kind of like. Do you remember the scandal between the oh god, what was it? The heavy metal, the animated movie.
It's
It didn't have copyright for any of the songs that it put on its soundtrack, so it got pulled from theaters within like a couple of weeks. So if you didn't see it right away, you didn't see it until like the 90s or whatever when it came out on Laserdisc or VHS or whatever the first thing it came out on was. But they had to pay significant fines and fees to the musicians whom they pirated, including Devo. You could do the same thing.
No, I'm gonna ask the lawyer and see what he thinks. It's because that's some bullshit there.
You have some lawyer friends, just ask them if they can look into it. Give them $1.
Yeah, but it don't make any sense because they brought me on there for that. That's the whole reason they brought me on the show was to introduce it to everybody, and that was just outright bullshit. Is what that was.
Well, if you've got documents that are dated before the show to prove it, then then they'll have to pay you credit for they'll have to write. They might since they are considered a media aspect, they might have to produce a television show that specifically is a retraction for you.
It's
we said this, but it wasn't us who said that. It was him. Blah. We're sorry. We didn't mean it. Blah blah blah.
Bunch of fucking idiots is what they are. What's that, Chris? It's one of them things. It's irritating. No, I'm looking for the old one. There's another one in here that I play from time to time. I don't know where it's at. I don't have it on the list for some reason. You mean that's Hakeem Jeffries? That's not to say. I need to make an AI, ancient aliens. That's not a bad idea. Giorgio Sukliov in the bunch.
Yeah, we just call him the Hair.
Well, one of them died a while back. I don't remember who it was, but was it Childs or I don't know. I'd have to go look and see.
That was it was oh gosh, Philip Coppens.
Oh, is that who it was?
Yeah. He so it's a tragedy story. He and I both went into the hospital around the same time. Different hospitals, mind you, not the same exact hospital. But he and I we talked quite frequently on Facebook because we were all into this research together. So I was messaging while I was in my hospital bed. I was only in the hospital for I think 22 days. Like just a little over 2 weeks, I think I was 18 days, something like that, 22 days, something. Anyway, he was in the hospital quite a bit longer after I got out. I had kidney stones. That's what I was in there treated for. He had a rare brain disorder that took his life, I think 3 or 4 months after I got out of the hospital in Frederick.
It's it's just kind of weird. Well, people.
It was very sudden. I mean, it was like it was weird as shit. I was like, I literally, it was a weekend. I literally had just gotten into my hospital room, and I was by myself. I didn't have a roommate, thank God, which was good. And my sister brought my laptop, and I opened it up, and the first thing I saw was a message on his Facebook, on my Facebook feed, that he said he's in the hospital. So I sent him a message like, "Hey, me too." I'm like, "What are you in for?" "I got kidney stones." I was hoping it was all good things. He's like, "Oh, I don't know yet." And then when he found out, it wasn't good news.
What are you talking about, Jack? Nah, just it's so much research gets stolen, and people wonder why nobody in the field wants to mess with anybody. Because the problem is you're only as good as your last thing. Now, I don't do it that way because I'm into it for research.
I can tell everyone in the audience from personal experience, Philip Coppens was a legit dude. I mean, yeah, he made money off of this. He wrote books about this. He was a 9-to-5 book writer, just like Nick Redfern is.
Nick.
But as you see him on the show Ancient Aliens, he is a straight up regular guy. He and I never argued. I argued with George Yosukos quite frequently on his page because a lot of times he didn't like my alternate ideas of things, but
Giorgio was okay. He just, he had his
yeah,
ideas.
He's got his views. I've got mine. You've got your views. I've got mine. Phil had his, and I had mine. And most of Philip's I agreed with, but he was a legit, solid, humble dude.
Gene, you can't get real mad about it. I mean, it's not something I can just lose my mind about, because it's, in the end, one of the things I always bitch about is sharing information. So I'm just sharing the information here is all I'm doing. But well, you have to share. By doing so, you do see a lot more articles now. If you go on YouTube and type in blood type studies, a lot of stuff that comes up.
And
none of that was
most of these guys, like the two I mentioned, Nick Redfern, I've interviewed him 6 or 7 times. He's a wonderful dude, legit humble guy. He's a 9-to-5 book writer. They share what's in their book, and they don't share the whole thing because, yeah, of course, they don't want to. If they explain the entire book in the 2 hours they're on our show, why would you have to go buy it? But when we interview guys that have a book, especially a guy like Nick, we ask them, a specific thing in the book. Hey, tell us about this, just a chapter so and so, and you did such hada and yada yada, and then he'll give us a story about that, and then we'll go off and not talk about the book for a little bit because you don't want to give away the whole cookie. You give them a sample. Here's your free sample, just like a good drug dealer. Here's your free sample, and then you get hooked on that, and you come back and you buy the whole book. Right? That's how we do that.
I don't know, Stephanie. It's what it is. I like Jay's analogy though.
It's exactly like it's the treat for a kid, a cookie, a candy treat, a little dime bag of heroin for the drug addict, the hardcore drug addict. The first sample is free. After that, you pay for the rest of it.
You pay, you get your little case, and then after that,
you pay to play. Exactly right. And if you get hooked on reading, that's a goddamn good thing. And I'll tell you why. I can't stand reading. I wish I could read more, but my dyslexia, even with being controlled with eyeglasses, I still sometimes, I literally have to go back 2, 3, 4, 5 chapters in a book because I get completely lost because I'm like, wait, what the fuck? I mean, I have no idea what the fuck's going on. So I got to backtrack. Sometimes it's only a paragraph or two. If I'm really lucky, it's only a sentence, but most of the time it's like, pages. And then I get caught back. I'm like, oh, that's what happened. Because what happens is both of my eyes read 2 different sentences at the same time. And then my brain tries to make sense of it all. And it's like, just like my gobbledygook for chapters at a time.
Which a chapter, you're losing your mind, man. Show all what? What are we showing all of? No. Right now, while we're talking, I've been looking for that one from Coast to Coast, but for some reason, it's not behaving itself.
But there was some other UFO stuff you wanted to bring up tonight too. Did we get to it, or are we still missing out on that?
Actually, we were waiting on somebody, but they never showed. So I guess we'll do it now on thing. like I said, we got a couple people coming up. You know what? Let me see. Since Jay said that, let me see what her name is again. Y'all can go do some checking up on, and Jay can check up on her too. Let's see. She'll be on I think next Saturday with us. It's if I'm correct. Let's see.
Here on the chat, which in French is a kitty, le chat.
Yeah, should be here on the chat with us.
Un chien andalou. That means Andalusian dog, by the way.
Where is it? Where the hell is it?
Famous French movie. It's kind of boring if you ask me.
Reddit, yeah, let's see. Yes. Oh, there she is, right there. Okay, her name is Irina Scott. Irena Scott.
I don't know her.
It's
she on Amazon?
Interview request, a new book, Pascagoula. The ultimate close encounter. Dr. Irina Scott.
What's her name?
Irena. Scott.
Irina
Scott. Dr. Irina Scott. Maybe it's a guy, maybe it's a girl.
She's Russian, probably.
It's
Pascagoula, the ultimate closed UFO. Is that written by her? Irina Scott, author, yeah. Huh. There we go. Let's see what else she's written.
Hey, if you see a pic or a bias,
it's got the alien you showed on the other night with the pointy nose and pointy ears.
Yeah.
And it's not the only one we've seen like that either.
Anyway, she's going to be a guest on November 8th. I haven't seen Tom Reed invite yet.
Is she involved with that with the Writers of the Future also?
Do what?
Is she involved with Writers of the Future also?
Oh,
okay.
She's just a sci-fi
Orson Scott Card, that's why. Okay, because it's got Scott in the name.
Yeah.
Orson Scott Card.
Only attended for Joe and Tyler. Hey, we want to give you some money. Nope, sorry. Delete.
Yep. Malware.
Yeah, people on the internet right tell you want to give you money, you just should delete that shit. It's probably not something you're going to want to have to pay back. You know, Jimmy, I heard that Social Security was getting a raise this year before the end of the year. I hope so. I want Social Security now. I want my raise.
I was just thinking about malware. You got these programs, to stop malware. I'm wondering, if you're just paying for malware to stop other malware.
Oh, God.
It's
well, where the hell did this thing go? I don't know, Jackie. I can't find it. I know I saved it somewhere. Anything like that I saved. I just don't know where I put it, but I saved it somewhere.
You have to remember what you called it too if you saved it on a hard drive.
Yeah, there might be another way of doing it. Let's do it this way. Well, it was just coming up for a while anytime I hit the key, but for some reason it's changed its little happy line. Let's try it like this. How many times have I been in Coast? 4 or 5 times. Yeah. I did get to do one in studio with George. Yeah. Jordan Klein, he was an interesting character. Whispers Radio, I haven't talked to him in a while. Hey, look at them two cuties, man. YouTube is having some kind of weird breakdown tonight or something.
We get cut off somewhere else?
Did we? Why?
No.
This is just
something.
No, this is just things shifting around. I don't know what any of this is. It's kind of very weird, though. I know that. Nah, I mean, I can't find it even on YouTube. But they pulled it or something?
I don't know. What? It could be.
But it's on one of the archives somewhere. I'll go delete it, take it off of an archive if I have to. Because they can't delete our stuff off our archive, so they can kiss off on that. Actually, Actually, Jackie, I thought maybe it was on a different computer because I have multiple computers in here. Yeah, well, sometimes that's
Especially if you forget where you're at. Yeah, you can leave it on another. It might even be on your phone. I do that sometimes. I'll be, oh, there's this article I was saved on my computer. Nope.
nah.
Shit,
This
phone.
is on the computer for sure because we've used it on air before.
Oh,
Yeah, so we've used that particular one on air. That's like a little 3-minute video or something. No, I'll look for it later, people. But it's irritating that it's not where it's supposed to be. I don't know. I don't. Sometimes I don't even pretend to understand why computers do what computers do.
yeah.
And for some reason, Google splits itself now into 3 and 4 Googles. I'm gonna start deleting the bitch off my page.
And remember, a computer is only as smart as the person who programmed it last.
Yes, unfortunately, it's no. I changed the website around, changed the backgrounds on it, changed some of the colors out on it. I'm just phasing out some stuff. I got to take this off of there. I don't know why they just didn't leave it up there. What a bunch of dummies. It's a free ad. Why don't you just leave the ad? Oh, I swear, what a bunch of idiots.
It really is amazing how people get offended at the most ridiculous shit. You know, it's just like, grow. You know, it's I don't understand it.
I don't know. People, what's Jeff? You know, it's a good question, but I'm not sure. Like I said, it's a good question, but I'm not sure.
What's the question?
Yeah, oh, she was just asking why extraterrestrials are so into us when there's so much other stuff in the universe. Mainly because they're really, 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 really old, and they've done a lot of other stuff.
Yeah, most of the speculation could. I mean, we don't know. There's just no real answer. It's all 100% speculation. But some of the reasons could be that they're so advanced in evolutionary history, millions of years old, perhaps, that they're studying us for how, they possibly evolved, getting a better picture of it. And then they're also they're manipulating our DNA in some fashion for what we don't know. Again, they're quite mysterious. Like they say, God works in mysterious ways. Well, they're not talking about God.
Let's see. They come here because they like Jay. That's all.
Yep.
And Sean.
We have really good chess.
Sean's probably sleeping right now.
John shows them the benefits of maintaining a well-maintained harem, and I show them the benefits of the castle maneuver in chess.
That's right.
Some see it as a ploy of weakness; others see it as a way of strength. I look at it as a way of fortifying my position.
So one of the things I talk about when I talk about the RH negative is it's the next step in our evolution. Nobody talked about that, and then all of a sudden,
and at the time of that airing, it was 15. It is now 17.8%, something like that.
Yeah, it's climbing, slowly but surely. But there's no doubt that it's basically a separate species.
And most of them are where in Europe.
That's where they said they started at in Europe. That was the first I've ever heard that, by the way.
Yeah.
I'll have to check into that because South America and Central America is 98% O. So I'm thinking there must be some negative in it because it didn't say O positive. It just said O.
Yeah.
So we might have to check into that to be 100% sure. But no, I'm not seeing the one from Coast to Coast. I'm seeing the one from season 11 from History Channel.
Let's see if we could find something.
When I got time, I'll dig through all the computers and find it.
From what date was it?
I don't know. We were using it just a couple of months back. We've used it in archive.
What was the topic?
It was a blood type study.
Oh,
it was. That's what it was. And but I don't know, guys. It's just not showing up at all on YouTube, which is hard for me to believe. It's not even showing my name when I type it in with my name on YouTube. Let me just do my name and see what.
Alien Blood, Best of Coast to Coast, George Norrie. Here we go. Audible. Listen for free. 4/12/22.
Wait, hold on. I'm not even about a room. Come back about a room where I can see where the hell am I there? Okay, toss it up. Let me see if it's the right one. Can't believe we lost.
Oh, I gotta sign in.
Can't believe we lost.
Okay. Hang on. All right, we're in. Let me get this on the screen.
Okay, what was it looking for?
All right, let me hit play. Alien Blood. No, I'll open up the new screen. Share this instead.
This is an iHeart podcast.
In the heat of battle, your squad relies on you. Don't let them down. Unlock elite gaming tech at Lenovo.com. Dominate every match with next-level speed, seamless streaming, and performance that won't quit. Push your gameplay beyond performance with Intel Core Ultra processors for the next era of gaming. Upgrade to smooth, high-quality streaming with Intel Wi-Fi 6E and maximize game performance with enhanced overclocking. Win the tech search. Power up at Lenovo.com.
Lenovo.
Change is always happening. But no matter what changes in 5 years, there's one thing that will stay the same: the price of your internet. With the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi, with our best equipment included, for a price that stays exactly the same. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change.
Your own home. I'm here with SpinQuest, where you can play hundreds of slot games, all of the and you could even win real cash prizes.
Yeah, well, let me go forward.
$30 coin packs are on sale for $10 at
I don't know how to mute it.
spinquest.com.
SpinQuest is a free-to-play social casino. Void where prohibited. Visit spinquest.com for more details.
Now here's a highlight from Coast to Coast AM on iHeartRadio.
And welcome back to Coast, George Norrie with you. Joe Montaldo back with us, founder and director of ICAR, International Community for Alien Research. IHAR has close to 7,000 abduction cases on file.
That's so old.
Mr. Montaldo has been a researcher, investigator of alien contact, abductions, and experiences for more than 30 years. He is the owner of Paranormal Radio and the host of Wake Up USA, a UFO study. He's also a board member representing contactees for Dr. Michael Sala's Exopolitics Institute.
Jumping ahead a little bit.
Back. How you been?
Oh, good. Nice to hear from you again, George. It's been a while since I talked to you.
You too. Life good? COVID okay? No problems there?
Believe it or not, I was in
5
LA
minutes.
for 10 days. I just got back. Picked up COVID while I was there.
Oh, no. Did you?
Yeah, but it was mild.
I'm back. How you been?
Get another storm.
Yeah.
You're telling me in a first thing place. So it's for the
Oh, won't let you do it? Nah, go ahead. You can turn it off.
But I was flying.
Send it to my email or something so I get a copy of it.
Down there. They were talking
I want to
about
see what it is, because that is the new one, because that's from
Hank Garrett
22.
from Car 54. Where are you? Remember that show?
Okay. Yeah, okay. And
Way back.
Yeah, so when I heard it, I said, you know what? I haven't talked to him in a while. Called around a couple of people I knew that might have the number, because I had the old number, believe it or not, the 0100. That thing's probably older than I am, and then finally I ran across one of my friends that had
it only lets me go like so
call.
far up
We
at
can call
a
things
time.
and
It's
get
really
me
weird. Let me try it again.
And here we are. So
Go ahead, turn it off. We'll listen to it another time, but send me a copy of it, and that way I got it.
Well, that's on Audible, and I'm on Amazon, actually.
Yeah, just send me a link anyway. I ain't got to look for
trying
it.
to find you on Messenger here. I thought I'd put you at the top earlier.
Or you
There
can
it
just I was gonna tell you, you could just put it on a Facebook page too. It's
Boom. There it is.
It's
in Messenger.
All right, cool. It's because the video, when they made that special video clip, Coast to Coast did, and it was all over the place, and then all of a sudden it just disappeared. I wonder why. I wonder if them and Ancient Aliens got into it or something.
I have no idea.
Yeah, it's I don't either. That's what I'm saying. It's well, Jimmy, it seems weird, man, if you ask me. I mean, they just disappeared. Well, YouTube's been having some issues. Yeah. I don't know who the fuck this is. Why do you keep throwing this more? Oh, it's a commercial. I was like, what the hell is that? And who are these people? Joe Montaldo Show, John Goodwin. Oh, okay, I know who that is. Okay.
Who's John Goodwin?
Yeah, that strange guy, you know, I host with sometimes. He's kind of weird. Joe Montaldo, 17 subscribers. What the hell is this?
17. It's more.
Oh, that's
more than that.
different Joe. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say, I know that ain't mine, man. I got more subscribers than that. Gee. That's a good looking guy there, buddy. Yeah, look at that. Illustrator's Judge Tom Wood.
But we can't see that. It's not on the screen.
No, y'all don't need to see that. It's nothing for y'all to see. I just seen it as it went by, scrolling down. What do you mean, Gene? Oh, Fireside Paranormal. Yeah, they used to have a show on the network way back in the day. Fan Accident. No, I forgot about some shows we've had so many. Every now and then I'll see something, I'm like, wow, where'd they come from?
The guy we talked to?
Chasing. Boy, this is an old one because Amelia and Michelle both have red hair.
Oh.
You know, I told him, I said, one, I'm going to get rid of the red hair because it's too much. I thought they were going to shoot my ass. No, that's 4 years ago. That's a while. That's two of my favorite ladies, and they're great. Very good. Both of them take good care of me. Hubbard, Dragon Con. Hey, Joe, I love you, you sexy bastard. Too bad I'm married. Unless you're really rich and you can support me and the old lady, then we'll talk.
Yeah, there you go.
What do you mean I'm divorced? What are you talking about? Well, I have a harem. That's true, yeah. Well, all good-looking guys should have a harem.
You don't have to be divorced, though, to have a harem.
Oh, my God, I'm wearing a T-shirt and a hat here. Wow. I'm being SWAT guy. That's cool. Okay. I need to get me a U.S. Nimitz hat. Old salty-ass 68. And look at that. Who is that? Larry Elmore. Look at that, Larry. Larry is such a cutie pie. Larry and April. Both of them dragging people. April's a lot of fun. Where is that at? That's not here. Oh, it's a hotel. I was like, where the hell is that? It's a Centralist with Joe and Michael. I was looking at the room. I'm like, that ain't my house. Where the hell am I at? Have I been taken?
Yeah, you got taken on a screen.
It's
everybody saw it.
Well, I got a lot of stuff on YouTube, that's for sure. None of what I'm looking for, but thank you, Christopher. No, I'm well searchable on YouTube. It's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a particular. It's like a clip. It's a coast-to-coast clip. I wonder if they call them shorts or something.
Or reels. Probably reels, maybe.
Maybe so. The Pepsi guy I could care less about. Science and Beyond. Let's see, what is this one? Dark Matter and Energy. Ooh, I bet you that was a good show. What are you talking about? Oh no, I was hosting with Dr. John DeSalvo. Sir Dr. John DeSalvo. Sorry if I get myself in trouble. No, he's a nice guy. We used to have fights that peel the paint off the wall, but no, we were friends. You can fight with friends. That's what friends are for, man. So you can fight with them, slap them around and shit. It's what hotel is this? That doesn't. It's definitely a hotel. I wonder where I'm at. I'm doing the Centralist. Find inhabitable planets. I don't know what the hell that is. You're talking about Gabrielle. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, she's a nutcase, so let's not worry about that. What do you mean? Because she's a woman? No, she's not a nutcase because she's a woman. She's a nutcase because she's a fucking nutcase.
Yeah, there's
it has nothing to do with what's between. Yeah, it doesn't matter what's between her legs. I ain't got nothing to do with her being a nutcase. Because she's a nutcase. What's this one? Happy birthday, Joe Montaldo. Jan 222222 2022. Look at that. All right. Oh, I should have been gambling that day.
Right there.
I should have been gambling.
Junction, what's my function?
What? Oh no, Cable. You're no okay. So John, when I met John, he was hosting on Chasing Prophecy. Yes, Chasing Prophecy.
John Goodwin.
And no, John. I mean, did I say John? I meant Sean. Yeah, no, Sean was on it. Sean, Trish, and Jason were on it, and Jenny. They were all on it. Yeah. Trish was hosting for us a while, but I guess she retired because I haven't heard from her for a while. Jim Sparks. I miss Jim Sparks. I have to look him up.
I recognize that name too.
Yeah. Jason went off and did something. I don't know what he did. Him and Jenny couldn't get along. And Sean Kelly still hosts with us.
Well, the Jason I'm thinking of is the same one. He mostly, even when he was on Ancient Aliens, he was doing mostly like college lecture circuits.
Oh no, this just Jason's just a guy. I think he's I forgot what he did for a living. I know he was diabetic and he had it's two Jasons I know that was diabetic. That's kind of weird.
Yeah,
but he just kind of retired. He lost a bunch of weight on that Ozempic. I gotta say, John DeSalvo and Joe, the Mandela effect. Oh yeah. UFO Undercover, Joe Montaldo's special guest, Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Really?
Yeah. 22 views. Where the hell is this at?
What?
4 years ago with 22 views with Neil deGrasse Tyson. That's something screwy with that.
I don't think so, yeah.
Where am I at that these views are so low? Tim McCaffrey. I don't know if y'all know who Ann McCaffrey is, but that's her son.
I know who Ann McCaffrey is.
Yeah.
My mom was a writer. She there's a lady named Nora Roberts who's a prominent, I guess, or prolific love romance novel writer, but she owns the town of Boonesboro, Maryland, pretty much. But she's friends with Ann McCaffrey, and my mom got me a signed book from Ann when I was in the hospital one time on one of her Dragon Stories books. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. He's in Ireland right now, I guess, because of politics.
One of those who fled the country because it's being taken over by a tyrant.
Yeah. Let's see. Science and Beyond, Dr. John DeSalvo, Joe Montaldo, Mars Artifacts and Anomalies. That was, I bet you that was a good show. Well, Denise, we could do that on this show, but then it changes the character of the show. Well, this show's not really designed for a specific topic. Not really. But we could always add in a section to news on the flip side, or a section into this one, either one. Alien Abduction 303. I bet you that's a good show.
Huh. Who hosts that?
That was one of mine.
Oh.
Paranormal Encounter segment 177, Joe Montaldo. 11 Days of Missing Time. Well, that was a freaky case. And that's Joe and Crazy Trish. No, I like Trish. She was a nice person. I wasn't being mean about her. Oh no, she's crazy as the rest of us. But Joe and Dr. Rita Lewis, Michio Kaku, Patrick Cazalet. I don't know who that is. That's a panel. Larry Joseph talking about at Armageddon.
Oh,
this is the one.
Well, you know it's going to come before Armageddon, right? This Armageddon.
Yeah. So this, I know you've heard Jay and I debate on the Shroud of Turin before. So on Science and Beyond, I just found that this is the one with the Shroud of Turin. It's a 4-year-old archive. John was one of the guys. I'm John. I guess I just got John in the brain. John, his name is John DeSalvo. John was one of the guys who worked in the Shroud of Turin.
Yeah.
Oh, we had
I saw the documentary. It was fascinating.
Yeah, we had some serious debates on the Shroud of Turin. Heated debates, yeah. Well, because it's is it panning out to be a picture of Christ? Not, I don't know. It doesn't look like it is. And then recently, when Jay and I were doing it, something I didn't notice when John and I were doing it was it's off. it doesn't line up perfectly. Yeah, on one side it's longer than the other side. So it couldn't have been an image. It had to be something else.
That was the weirdness. Yeah, it's not 100% symmetrical, which it should be if it's human. And then number two, when they x-rayed it, they x-rayed the entire shroud laid out. So you got the front and the back laid out like that. It looks like a negative, like you take a picture, it looks like the negative you would then take to the enlarger and print it on the paper to make your photos. It's uncanny. It is, and then there was also what do they call it? Carbon tomography. There are not computer tomography. It's the image on the turret on the shroud itself is. It's like a raised relief. It's like a relief map, like a bumpy. You ever see one of those relief maps of the planet? It's got like bumps where mountains should be. It's like that in the X-ray. It's really, really, really uncanny.
Yeah, it's definitely strange. This one is this another one with Larry Elmore. He's showing off some of his oil paintings. Well, that's cool. No, I'm just looking through my archives, Chris. I'm just looking for something specific. Here's another one with Jim Sparks. Abductions 101. I guess that's for rookies. Ancient Aliens. Warn researchers were taking many humans. Season 18. That ain't me. What the hell is this? See, why do they? This is the third time I found Ancient Alien shit mixed in with getting paid.
You just got muted somehow there. You have to say that again. You got briefly muted.
Okay, what the fuck? Okay, let's see. Where was I? Where is the damn room at? Okay, weird. Okay, that was weird. Whatever that was. Some
you
weird
got
sound.
muted for a few minutes. You were still talking, but you were muted.
That's weird. I wonder what caused that.
I don't know.
That's definitely a strange one there, peeps. Well, there's John and Emily Goodwin. Well, great for y'all, but it's not what I was looking for. Did it bring me back or something? Yeah, it did. Look at that. You know, sometimes YouTube, you're just a yoke. Atlantis solved or another cover-up. Joe Montaldo talking with George Norrie. I don't even remember that show. Jeez. I don't remember doing that show. I'm have to go check it out.
But if you've been doing radio shows for 30 years, there's bound to be a few you don't remember.
Yes, and I did bounce around a lot in the early days. The Hat Man, Dark Leader, the Shadow People, War Exposed. That's got to be Heidi Hollis. It's not me. The Brothers, One Alien Abduction Nightmare. Well, it's giving me a mix of me and Coast to Coast. I got to watch when I'm saying stuff because some of it could be Coast to Coast. George Knapp. I've had George Knapp on for. It's been a long time now. It's I don't know. It's been a long time. I mean, a long time. Oh no, that John and I did that on Battlefield Earth. Yeah, the big monster book behind me right there. Yeah. Don't know what you've been told, but Eskimo, you know what sure is cold.
Yeah, we played that a couple nights ago. The Arlie Ermy cadences from Full Metal Jacket.
Say left, right, left. My back is aching, my drawers too tight, my booty shaking from left to right, and you just got to sound off. Yes, you do sing that stuff, people, while you're marching. That's just part of. Whoa, Joe, what is that face? What show are you doing here? UFO on the cover. What is it? Alien abduction happens.
Is that what that is?
Not about 10 minutes.
Yeah, the sandwich.
Yeah. What was that, Christopher? Who was? Oh, that's the boss saying, "Get the fuck off the radio, asshole." Huh? No, I don't fuck with that boss. No, indeed. Are you stupid? The Hidden Realm, explored aliens, Akron's demons. Maybe we should tackle this ourselves. Ow, shit, that hurt. So I know we got to get out of here, but look, seriously, people, we are right now. We're looking for hosts here, but for this is more important. Hold on, let me get back where y'all can see me. Where I can see you. I'm sorry. So we really are looking. Sure, you can come host with us on News on the Flip Side. We need a good Canuck. No, I can't believe we got thrown off of Facebook over fucking Ancient Aliens.
Yeah. With your name on it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and with my name on it. That's some fucking bullshit is what that is. But anyway, Christopher, we're looking. We need 2 good news hosts. Actually, we need a couple things. Okay, I haven't really said. I got to sit down and talk with Jay about some stuff, but because Jay's now, he's been part of the show for a while now. So, but we need to bring in 2 more hosts, but it's a little more than that. We're looking probably going to be 4 people to do segments. Now, I'm going to get Michelle to have a station meeting to talk to people on station about doing, but I would really like to bring in some outside talent outside of the network. So if you're listening to the show, or you're going to be listening to the show in the near future, let us know, and or write to me at iCarCots.net, or pop into one of the shows, put it up on your Facebook. There'll be a new radio feed on the website pretty soon. Yeah. No, it's the other one didn't blow up. The computer blew up. The power supply went out in it. So what I'm debating on if I'm going to set up a new system or if I'm just going to put a new power supply in. Yeah. This shit happens sometimes, people. It just does. You mean Line 3? I don't know if we're going to go back a lot. Line 365. It wasn't all that great when we wanted the first time. We had been there a long time, and then they went bankrupt right in the middle of everything else. So it kind of turned me off.
That doesn't help things. Yeah.
Well,
when you dissolve yourself of all responsibilities financially, your company is usually done.
So yeah, well, they went back, and they finally got back, but I don't know.
Well, on the plus side of that, certain companies that did do like a Chapter 13 business bankruptcy kind of deal have come back. Gangbusters, Little Caesars, Radio Shack did it. They're still not quite back, but they're coming. What else is it that it just recently? White Castle. No, Crystal. I'm sorry, Crystal. It's a slider burger joint, steamed buns, steamed burgers. They're slimy and delicious.
The hell is this? So I think I found the damn thing. Oh, okay, that's what it was. All right, let me see how I can do this. Let me make sure this stupid thing is saved. Where is it? Why is it not giving me the thing to save it at?
I don't know. It's your computer.
No, it's not. I ain't got nothing to do with my damn computer. It's not on YouTube anywhere. The save button.
Oh.
Watch later. Coast to coast share. Info. You know what? Let's share it to Facebook just so we know it's there for a little while. Now, Jim, we're going to play this and then we're going to be out of here in a few minutes. But Jack Nicholas, who are you talking about? Jay? Jay's not Jack. What the fuck are you talking about? Hey,
my father got mistook for Jack Nicholas at the golf tournaments we went to in Potomac, Maryland. That was kind of funny.
Okay.
My dad did know Lee Trevino, though, however, so that was very cool. They weren't like buddies, but when we walked up to him the first time I ever saw Lee Trevino, he like waved to my dad and said, "Hey!" He knew my dad immediately. Called him Jack even.
Well, no, Jack. I'm sorry. Jay got Jack in my head.
Well, my dad's name was Jack, and our last name is McNicholas. So do the math. Jack Nicholas, Jack McNicholas. It's not hard to make the mistake
it's not.
there.
Yeah, no, it's not. No. When you said it, I was reading a text from somebody else, and they and their name happened to be Jack, and it threw me off for a minute.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna play this right quick, guys and girls, and if I can find out where the hell I was, I keep losing myself today. It's there it is, and this is what I was talking. This is what I was talking about earlier. This is a clips and news from coast to coast.
I never thought I would find a correlation with blood and abductees. 69% of all of our abductees are Rh negative. Rh negative people's personalities are different than Rh positive
Now
personalities.
y'all hear this. Everything
Not
you hear in
necessarily
this
that
is
one's
what all
better
these
or
other
worse than the
people
other, they're
said.
just different. Their psychic abilities
And
tend
they
to stand
clipped a
out
lot
more.
of
They
this.
tend to be more go-getters. They tend to want to be more involved with things on the planet. No one knows where Rh negative came from. It appeared 35 or 45,000 years ago out of the blue, and for no reason. As far as I know, Mother Nature didn't need it. It's not us doing this. It's something else. When I talk to scientists about this, or somebody in the
Y'all hear this,
Hemological,
guys.
I ask them,
Everything
okay,
I'm saying here,
O
you
negative
heard
is only
from
7%
other
of the world's
sources now,
population.
other
I said,
than
what
mine.
is it? They can't answer me. He said, all we can tell you is it's the purest form of blood known to man and is the universal donor. They don't like hearing the UFO or the alien word, but even they can't deny it could be a possibility. I don't know if they're ignoring it or just not saying anything to us about it. And the other weird thing about this is,
Or they know,
40,000
and they
years
don't
ago,
want to tell.
it was 1% Rh negative. Today, I think it's up to about 18%. It's growing. We lived in a brown-haired, brown-eyed, brown-skinned planet for 2 million years. And then all of a sudden, this emerges on the scene. We start having these mutations. There was a lot of societies down there that would seem to worship aliens, and now we find out that there's a huge segment of the population that was up. And no one can explain it. After 2 million years of evolution with Rh positive,
Hey,
brown
get your head out of
eyes,
his
brown
ass.
hair, we
Shame
changed.
on you.
We've come to the conclusion that somebody's definitely interfering in our society. They do seem to interfere with our population. The three major races that visit here.
They've redone this since the last time we've seen it, by the
Greys are
way.
the ones that instituted the Rh negative, probably brought O and O negative to us. The human aliens, from every description I've got from anybody who's been abducted, look somewhat like us, but their heads are deeper than ours are. They're taller than us, they're heavier than us, they have 6 fingers, 6 toes. They look a lot like us, but they don't even breathe the atmosphere because originally in the original Sumerian stories, they said they built 2 great white dome cities because they couldn't live in our atmosphere.
Yeah, see, all of this is just way more than what I'm saying here,
Their
people.
cells, which created
They're
the
just cutting through.
The Sumerian stories talk about
You see
7
this,
creations of man,
just clipping
with
along.
the subspecies of us
Which
being
is
the
enough
last
to make you want to go
creation. They
listen
would
to it,
procreate.
but
It became the aggressive race that's here today, us. Technically, we
yeah,
have
see,
all
they cut
three
out
of
a
the
lot
alien
right
races
there.
blood
Jane,
in us. So
we've
eventually, one
talked
day
about
in
this a
100
lot.
million years, we're going to surpass.
They,
Do you want the species that's here today in deep space more advanced than the 3 most advanced races in the galaxy? No, that's not what they want. They want us to be an equal race, but not a race that's going to go out and conquer and destroy. The Greys and the reptilians and humans said, uh-oh, we may have made a mistake here. And ever since then, they've been trying to correct it. For the most part, we really do think that it is to move us forward as a society. Everybody I know with Rh positive thinks, well, are we being left behind? I said, no, you're being bred out. There's a difference.
Dude,
And
that
what
was
I mean
cool,
by
Jim.
that is,
Shame on you,
you're not being left
bastard.
behind.
That was just
Eventually,
cool,
we're just
you
going to breed
little
ourselves
baby.
out
Y'all
in a
not
different
being
type of
better.
species. More telepathy, probably more honest.
Kinda mixed in.
Green and blue eyes and Rh negative is a mutation. It's not a naturally occurring thing in our body. Other than alien contact, no one can give me an explanation for where this came from, or why it's here, or why it's
Tell me
pushing
why it's here,
so
people.
hard through our DNA in our life. It seems to be moving faster than it should be.
You can't even save this for some reason. It's very weird. I'm gonna have to see why you can't save it. But anyway,
Maybe because it's like a real type of thing, not a shared video. That's why you can't save it. I don't know. Just guessing.
so I know what we're gonna have to do here. I'm gonna have to relog into StreamYard and make a clip out of this for myself. I'll just leave it there for now. Anyway, but that's season 11 is where I was. That was the show I was on. So you just heard Coast to Coast, that clip was from 2022. The one you were hearing earlier was from about 10 years ago, 15 years ago. And it just burns my ass. And it's everywhere. I mean, ever since I put it out originally. So we put it out originally on Coast on something else. Well, I was doing something else, but I brought it up while I was on Coast. And that's how Ancient Aliens found out about it. And then they brought me on. But that was like 5 years after the fact. But that was still 10 years, almost 15 years after the original research started. So the research itself it's 36, 38 years old. It's old. It's not like it's new. And it's just now catching on. Which, I'd like to get credit for the research. They may have to say, Joe, just give it to ICAR. It's ICAR's research. It wasn't just me by myself. It was a bunch of people working together. And really and truly, people, it's the way it should be. It's the right way of doing things. How can I say this politely? Fuck off. Is that sounds polite to you? Yeah, it's polite, right? Fuck off. It's not about believing. We're not talking about religion. We're talking about extraterrestrials.
Yeah, and religion is an installation given to us by the extraterrestrials as a means of controlling the populace.
They just wanted to see Jay control. They weren't worried about me. They knew I was nice and sweet and innocent. And stuff. That fucking Jay troublemaking motherfucker.
They're tired of me making trouble. Yeah.
Let me get this on screen. No, we got to go. We're already 14 minutes past it. Sean Hazlitt's probably going.
Sean Hazlitt's already deep into his topic right now.
Yeah,
What's he
so
doing?
We got to get out of here. I don't know, guys, but think about it and fucking write to coast to coast. I mean, not coast to coast. Write to Ancient Aliens for me and say, what the fuck? Yeah, say, what the fuck are you doing that for? Well, we're fixing to change things a little bit so we have a little bit more vocal audience. We're going to bring Pal Talk back in full time. And we're going to start bringing TikTok in as well. Because Facebook's great, and Instagram's great, and all the other ones are great, but they don't have the people aren't as vocal on those as they are on TikTok. And well, they're pretty vocal on X.
People on TikTok, those lefties losing it. So that it'd be
X. TikTok,
there is some entertainment value.
Yeah, so X and TikTok is pretty are pretty out there. They talk about.
Isn't X what they put that sombrero meme out on? That was hilarious.
No, they put it out on True Social.
Oh, I thought it was X. Okay, well,
yeah. Well, they probably went to X, but Trump posts all his stuff on True Social, and then it goes wherever you want to put it after that. He might share it when he posts it on True Social, like we do when we post stuff. But we got to go, guys. Girls, I want to thank everyone for tuning in to United Public Radio, and the chat. Oh, that was a good show.
Yeah.
Frank, there's some stuff we're going to work on. Last night was a weird show. It was partially information overload. Partially. I don't know. We'll see when the final numbers come in at the end of the week what the real audience is going to be. But still, it was there was a lot of stuff. We went through 22 links before we got into the other. I mean, after we got into some other stuff, there was just a lot of information exchange. Well, what I'd like to do is move the show to 8 and go 8 to midnight and make it 4 hours that way. But I don't know if that's going to happen or not. Yeah. But anyway, we got to go. I want to thank everyone again for listening to United Public Radio and the chat. Tell Jay good night. We're going to get out of here. I'm going to go eat a ham and Swiss cheese sandwich. And I hope the rest of y'all have a good night. Enjoy the weekend. Have some fun. I can't believe that I look forward to doing my shows on the weekend. Since I'm retired now, it makes me feel better when I'm doing them. Yeah, I miss
something to do. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I can do construction around my house all day long, but that's not the same.
Yeah, it's boring.
Yeah.
At any time, man. You're going to do this once a week.
We are in the middle of redoing iCar at the same time, so there's a lot going on. But anyway, I want to thank everyone for tuning in to United Public Radio in the chat. Y'all have a good evening, and I'll see y'all next Wednesday. Good night.
Yeah, Wednesday night.
Yes, and then we'll see what's going on Halloween. Good night, everybody. Boop boop boop. Don't forget the Halloween party.
Yeah, Friday night, starting at 6.
I've already. Oh wait, not yet. Hold on.
We're still streaming.
Yeah, I know. I just caught it. There we go. Ooh. All right. Good night, everybody.
Bring your own bed.